Oh,
Boom.
nice.
Hey, look, we're live. Welcome.
Your
Welcome, welcome.
choice.
Back to StackedDiceRP. This is our Icewind Rime of the Frostmaiden campaign. We are going to start off tonight with a roleplay question for the characters. This week's question: what is your character's opinion on nobility? Or also on authority?
Hmm.
My character's opinion on royalty and nobility?
Nobility slash authority.
Fuck them. I don't care. Get out of here. Zanzicat isn't really a city person. So royalty wouldn't really matter too much, but like authority from like a higher tribe member he would follow?
So you don't believe in, like,
I am
civilized
the law.
authority?
I am the law.
Not my chair, not my problem.
Yeah. Not
Gotcha.
my city, not my problem.
Alright.
Um, at first I
Wait for
thought
the
you
floor.
said mobility, and I was like, well, Cass loves to walk around. But um, honestly, he holds authority to a high degree. Actually, he feels there should be a law and order type situation, or at least that's how things should be governed.
Okay.
But as far as nobles, he's not a big fan of nobles. He's just he doesn't care about the rich too much.
Well, Kalani's from a town that kind of governed itself. It was a town of merchants, and there were laws and there were rules, and it wasn't a lawless society by any means, but we followed our own standards that were set by the people, and we held them true. So I think Kailani, she believes that there should be an authority that sets standards more so than laws and rules, and those standards should be upheld, and it should be more of a prideful, you should be prideful of those standards. So she's, I would say, more democratic, where she believes that the people should have a right to choose those standards to follow. She hasn't really had much experience with nobility, not in the classical sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. How about, we'll do Xanivore.
Well, we nobles can be assholes, and us nobles can also get things done, so...
Never mind. Kailani's had experience with nobles. You don't like
I don't. He's not noble anymore.
I was teasing.
They're iffy, honestly, because sometimes they're good, a lot of times they're just stuck-up idiots. As for the cops and stuff, it's like, they have their uses, but they're usually bumbling morons who don't know the real right thing from wrong, they just do what they're paid to do.
I think that's the only thing I've ever agreed with your character with.
Shut up, horseman.
I will hoof you in the mouth.
This is how it's gotta stay.
How about Cray?
Cray's gonna kind of fall a little bit in the same line as Kailani. I mean, he hasn't really experienced nobility in the normal sense. Living in a city, and you've got nobles kind of running things or doing. Whenever he was in cities, it was mostly just sticking to the slums, and just he was constantly on the move. He didn't stay one area too long. I will say, what little sense he had of it is definitely been shot down. He doesn't. I don't think he really views the kobold way of like how they would worship dragons, and after seeing what they can do to each other, and I think that's kind of ruined it for him. And when he saw the kobolds before that were going to go to the dragon, he really, if anything, just kind of felt sorry for him. If anything, having this need to have to go, and find this dragon to worship, he just kind of feels about being yourself and just doing you, and people with nobility don't. It's just a thing.
Okay.
Take that
Alright.
answer.
Well, coming from a higher class with her father being, higher military, I mean, she's been around nobles her whole life. She knows what they're all about. Um, Crap, what was the other one?
Nobility or authority.
Oh, authority? Well, yeah, Oh, your phone. Sorry, my internet just started acting up. Um, yeah, well, with her wanting to try out to be in the military, she definitely respected authority, but not so much anymore. She definitely doesn't really care for them.
Okay.
I mean, she still respects some, but not most.
Well,
Arwen's rebel.
I believe that's everyone. Well, except for you. Boyd doesn't get his say, I guess. But, speaking of nobility and authority, jumping back in, you guys were getting to plan on whether to rob the town of Targos, the business of Triglio.
Rob is a strong word.
That's literally what you would be doing.
We are
Robbing,
commandeering.
They
robbing-
stole from us first.
But do two wrongs make a right? This is the decision that the party
No,
gets to
but-
make tonight.
No,
They
but
do-
3 rights make a left.
No,
Sometimes.
but so we left to.
So, waking up in the morning, slightly hungover. Well, most of you.
I need a drink.
What do you do? Garrett's still
Take a drink.
snoring. Keegan's up making breakfast.
Oh, happy birthday, Austin!
Oh,
Thank
it
you.
is Lart's
Sorry.
birthday. Yes.
God damn
Sorry.
it, you had to bring that up on stream. Thanks.
Everybody in chat, tell Austin happy birthday.
All the
I'm so
like
sorry.
5 people in chat.
I just thought of it.
All the bots are gonna say happy birthday.
Happy
Do it.
birthday, Moobot.
Birthday
Um,
Now,
bots.
true fans, let's tell Austin happy birthday.
Cray's gonna kind of get up and walk out towards the main room and just get see if everybody's up yet.
Go. What's everyone else doing?
We get up. I'm at. Are there windows?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of take a look outside, see how is there a lot of people walking around and whatnot.
Well, roll me a d12.
Were you D12? Okay.
Yeah, did we sleep late? Did we
Oh
like?
You're
God,
D12.
is this gonna be weather? Is this gonna be something important?
It's a 2. Mild wind. It's about negative 55 degrees.
Ooh. Thank God I've stolen a lot of blankets.
At least the wind is mild.
Negative 55 degrees.
So Kailani hears.
Hey, it would feel good without the
wind.
wind, guys.
It feels all right.
Says you.
I mean, Kailani doesn't think it's terrible.
So, how does everybody look? Everybody looking hungover?
I'm fine.
I'm in good
I'm
shape.
fine.
So
Oh,
I was the only sober one aside from Cray.
Hey, and me.
Hey, that's
I
right.
went in
I
there.
didn't do nothing.
Water.
She went to bed early to get rid of the emotional trauma that
I'm
she
gonna walk.
had at Triglio.
That's kind of.
I'm gonna walk over to Zanzikov and
Modify memory that shit away. Yes,
I'm gonna
little
just
one.
kind of pull on him. Did you plan anything or think of anything?
Well, I did think of a bit. Mostly, we're gonna need a distraction. 'Cause we're not just gonna be able to take that out of a win. And
So-
I'm thinking a distraction at night
Mhm.
would be even better.
I walked around last night and I just want to kind of give you my feel. I walked around where you guys were having fun, and I could tell I was being watched. I feel like there's definitely multiple people around the city that know about us and that are probably not. They're probably in line with the mayor or the seeker.
How many guards did you see around the area?
There was one guard on my return back. I first walked up and I just to kind of get a closer look at the place. There's 2 doors, both with locks, and but I couldn't get the lock open. I just kind of left it. Well, when I went back around, I walked past the town hall, and then I made it towards where we had first saw the seer. And I did see there was an axe beak. That's what they're called, axe beaks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I saw an axe beak there. On my way back, though, I noticed there was one guard that was keeping watch at the of the cauldron, but I feel like he knew that I had been there. I don't know if he saw my footprints or what he was looking at, but I definitely think we need to act now or don't and leave, because
No.
they definitely know we're here.
Nas, we've been in this city quite a bit. What's the guard situation been like? Like, are we seeing them everywhere, or is there like one every, couple blocks?
It's pretty light guard, I'd say. There's one every couple blocks.
But, well, with the Zentharum, you don't see them out in the open. No, I probably wouldn't know anything like that. Well, I definitely say we need to do this at night. So whatever we need to do, we had to come with our plan today. This seems to be a safe space for us to be for now. With Keegan and Garrett. Maybe.
You think we can see if maybe get a case of the town, see what kind of animals, what kind of. You're saying about a distraction. Maybe we can get a better case if we all walk around the town. We haven't really explored this town that much.
Nas, I might be able to know this. I would be able to keep pace with a horse, right? Just a normal draft, like a normal horse?
I believe so.
Okay. But yeah, I have 45 speed. I'm not sure what a horse's is. I'm assuming it's 40 or above.
Horses.
Are you suggesting we split up among the town? And if you're under the impression that they're already suspicious?
Yes.
More than likely they were after our
I
encounter with the speaker.
I could definitely tell I was being watched pretty much anywhere I was.
I mean, of course, they won't recognize me often. I mean, but...
Oh, I think they'll recognize all of us.
Well...
Could perhaps
He
Garrett
did recognize me.
What's the other one's name?
Who?
Garrett and Keegan. Should we pull them in? Maybe they could help create a distraction, lead the guards.
Do we want to draw them into something that could get them hurt? We just saved Garrett.
I mean, technically...
I
he
do
could
feel like they
something
owe
that got him
us.
hurt.
Nothing to get them hurt.
I mean,
create an distraction on the other side.
They
of the
owe
town.
us. They gave us pertinent information that we needed.
yeah, I do feel like if we do need a distraction, I could just pull out 3 animals that could assist, but that wouldn't be enough. Maybe we could light something on fire. I don't know.
Does Arwen have a special call all women to her?
Can you summon Owlbear's Arwen?
Yes. Yes.
I'll get back to you on that.
She's like,
Gotcha.
"Yeah."
Yeah, can we go up? Can we go back out and get that owl bear?
I mean, I did offer him,
I do remember
from
certain
it.
people were like, no, we don't need this owlbear.
I'm gonna start passing around the alchemy jug of water.
Well,
But guys, just remember that I did get recognized by the speaker.
yeah, that's what me and Xanavor were talking about last night.
He's
He
still
had
laying in
noticed
bed.
you.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the owlbear still. Like what?
That was kind of out of character.
We overthinking this again.
They definitely
Well,
know
we
we're
need to come
here.
up with our distraction.
We need
We're
to
gonna
move
go
quick.
check out the axe beat, but we need a distraction for sure.
So I pulled this cauldron a little bit. Nas, do I feel like I would know how long I could pull something like this? Because you said it wasn't too heavy. It was only 50 pounds or something like that, but it was big. It was 6 feet wide. Could I pull that thing for like a long amount of time?
It wasn't like 6 feet wide. No, it took two people to carry because it was awkward.
Oh,
Okay, I'll tell you what. I will stay here and speak with Garrett and Keegan. I'll see if I can procure the sled for us.
you know,
Well, you
I'd say
guys
I
go
might
out.
be able to make one of those.
A sled?
I have the iron.
How much time do you think we have?
A day.
Zach, do
If
we
we're
know?
planning to do this at night.
I'm sorry, I just want to interject real quick. Do we know if do axe beaks shorten time with travel, or is it just the dogs?
Yeah.
So they do too. Okay. I just wanted to confirm that. There was an axe beak I saw at the back at the arm that could we could always take. It might be the Seekers. Think you would mind
It's
if we
I'd say
borrowed
it's
it?
probably Petunias that took it. I think that was her
they'd mind
name.
if it went missing?
I don't mind taking it. But if it's a tamed one that they've had for a while, I
That's
might
where
not agree
our
with
beat
you.
could come in.
Yeah. Arwen's really good with animals. I mean, she practically tamed an owl bear.
I did.
But you need to show me that, by the way. That was pretty impressive.
Maybe one day.
I'll teach you Yeti.
We got a deal.
A lot of these
lot.
things are going to have to happen at the same time. They're going to notice
Well,
an owl beak gone missing.
What if
Albeak.
What is it?
if
Axe
you
beak.
guys
Axe beak.
what if you guys went around the town and see what you could, what they had of beast of burdens? I could stay here or around Garrett's shed and work on the sled.
We should find out if Garrett and
Keegan.
Keegan know anything, like if there's anywhere we could procure some sleds or some animals. If we can get a quick getaway, we can get in, get out, and be gone. If we can all have a sled to ride on, that could really work out for us. I don't know if they have extra dogs they might be willing to sell, or
Well, do remember we only need less sleds because if I'm pulling the thing, I could probably carry one person. If someone else is pulling that thing, then I could probably carry two.
Can you pull it as fast as dogs can, though?
Nas,
Nas.
Because the dogs, this is out of character.
I'm assuming
And he pull Kailani
Yeah,
and the thing at the same time.
because the thing is, the dogs and the axe beat cut travel down. You might be able to pull it, but you wouldn't pull it any faster than if we were
I
just
know. I'm
dragging
just saying in character.
Well, when you guys are traveling over land, you move at the slowest creature's speed. So
Oh, okay.
even if Zanzikoth is slower, he will still be keeping up, and you guys will still be moving faster than anyone else.
So no matter what, we're always moving at the slowest creature's speed.
Yep.
I mean, that makes sense because then otherwise somebody's getting left in the dust. That makes
Yeah.
total sense. So yeah, if we can get,
So we need dogs or the Adspeak to help pull. And then I could assist with carrying two of you guys, so we need less sleds.
And the horse.
The horse can carry probably two people.
And if you just happen to pull an elk out,
but can
That's
you
a big
travel? But Zanzikov, can you travel as fast as dogs? The dogs would have to be slowed down unless you were.
what's your speed, Sandscott?
Mine, 45.
Axebeak is only 50.
Yeah, I mean, I literally just Zach just said that that they cut travel time down, like by a bit,
Yeah.
which Zanzikov would not. He'd be traveling.
No, I'm not.
in
I'm
normal.
just saying. Okay, you're trying to get dogs to pull you or the cauldron.
Everybody. So we can.
I don't think we're gonna get enough dogs to pull everyone and the cauldron.
I don't
They've
think we're
got,
gonna have a
like,
big enough dog to pull Zanzikov.
I'm
Wait, hold
just
on.
suggesting it.
They've got like 6 dogs, I thought.
We barely explored the city. That's why I said we can ask and we can see. If we can, that'd be awesome. If we can't, then we'll have to do something else. But I'm just throwing that out there. If we
I'm not saying I have to pull that. I'm saying if we need to, if we can't acquire, I can pull people.
I know. I'm just saying if we can get everybody on sleds and we can get what sled holds 2 to 3 people depending on how big you are.
Let's find out. Garrett, how many people do your sleds hold?
He's still passed out, drunk on the couch.
I think
Keegan.
Keegan's the only one up.
Keegan.
How many people do your sleds hold?
Keegan pops around the corner from the kitchen. They hold 3, usually.
And how many do you have on hand, by chance?
We have 2 that came back.
2 sleds in total.
Correct.
Yeah, because we left sleds at the mountain.
Let me ask you, this is going to be an odd question, but how many dogs do you have available? And how much weight can they pull?
Well, we have 6 dogs right now, the ones that just got back with Garrett. And then they can pull probably about a couple 100 pounds.
Is that it?
Quite a lot.
That's more than what we can pull.
Couple 100 pounds?
Pulling at speed?
Well, that's one person.
A couple hundred? It could be.
Well,
true.
I do not weigh a
that's
couple hundred
yeah.
pounds, thank you very much.
If we had like 2 people on a sled, it would take 2 dogs to pull.
Oh,
That's-
he's saying a couple 100 per dog.
Yes.
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 Oh, okay. So we're talking 1,200 pounds in total for 6 dogs, right, Keegan?
Yes.
They couldn't pull me.
That's quite
Yeah,
some math.
All the dogs still can pull Zanzikov. And just like out of character, so a dog uses a wolf's stat block, right?
Correct.
So their speed is 40 feet. So I understand what you're saying, Cray, as far as movement speed, or cutting the travel time in half. But regardless of everything else, we're still going to go the slowest, which will be 40 feet.
Right. That's why I was trying to avoid that. If we can't avoid that, then we can't. But that's why I was saying we need to talk about trying to avoid that.
Right.
Agreed.
If there's no way for these dogs
40
to
is
pull,
still pretty fast.
Keegan's
Yeah.
been kind of like listening intently to you guys talk and kind of speaks up and he's like, well, I mean, there's other ways to go about it as well. I mean, if it's really an issue between cities, you said you came from East Haven?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, each speaker is connected and they can have like a summit where they all speak. If, say you were to get other speakers on your side, then they could cast a vote and whoever wins the vote gets the cauldron.
I don't trust politics.
Oh.
I don't trust all your cities.
Instead where
Well,
Pops' head around the corner.
there are a couple towns with known rivals of Targos. There's Bremen, Lonelywood, and Trimaline.
East Haven now.
Haven
East
for
Haven, if this goes the right way, yes.
I don't think they know.
What if,
Yet.
No.
idea,
Ow.
we leave this thing here? Because they're not going to take it anywhere else. They're using it to feed
No.
their city.
Mm-hmm.
What if we leave, go to Bryn Shander, and acquire an audience with their speaker? Talk to him about what Targos did to East Haven. See if we get him on our side. Then we go to East Haven and explain to their speaker that it was Targos that that basically stole the
The cauldron.
Cauldron.
I said that yesterday. I said, let's go tell on these people.
Cass did say, let's go tell on these people. I remember that specifically. Let's go tell.
Cass, I was too drunk to remember.
Well, it would be a good idea to speak to the speaker of Bryn Shander, but Duvessa is also the head of the council, so you might want to
Probably
speak to
go
some of the
there.
lower.
Who's Yvessa?
Duvessa Shane, the speaker of Bryn Shander.
Then wouldn't that be a good thing to talk to the higher up?
The higher up makes a choice off of the others, so if you convince the
Oh, if we
top...
talk to her, she'll go to the others and go, oh, what do you think of this?
Exactly.
And most of them won't have an opinion.
Exactly. So if you go to the other towns and talk to their speakers, the ones that are known rivals, like I said, then you'll be able to turn them on your side, on East Haven's side.
Where's Lilywood that you spoke of?
So we need to tell East Haven first. Get them all pissed.
Depending on where the
Out.
towns are, we could, you know.
I
You
just
said
can-
Bryn Shander. Was it Lonelywood? Woollywood?
It was Lonelywood, Tourmaline, and Bremen.
Ermeline. Keegan, do you have a map?
I don't have one. I think Garrett lost his on the hike.
God damn it. Could you... Where are we in relation to these other cities?
Well, Bremen is actually fairly close. It's,
I'd say we came from Bryn originally. Well, before we came
Bryn.
here.
Bryn Shander.
Yeah, not
Yes.
Bremen.
Bremen is
Oh,
to
yeah.
the
Oh, I thought you
northwest.
said... I thought you kept saying Bryn.
Me too.
Bremen. It's to the northwest.
Bremen. Okay.
If you're looking for Tourmaline and Lonelywood, you can just follow the lakeshore, or the path, of course. But it should be next to the forest. The forest of Lonelywood, of course. Here.
Nas, could you put those two cities in chat so I know how to spell them? Well, what if we go to one of these other cities, talk to their speaker, see what they think, and then, so, Bremen, Lonelywood is like up here, and then, was it Tourmaline is up here?
Here's my concern.
Yes.
Is all they have is the word of, well, look around at us. And we're just going to say, hey, these people stole a cauldron from this city. And they're just going to go back and say, did you do this? And they're going to be like, no, I didn't do that. And then sure as shit, they're not going to believe us at all.
So as much as
But
it
if
sucks,
we
what if we went to East Haven first? And isn't there some type of seal that they can give us to make us official speakers on the city's behalf? Perhaps we go to the speaker of East Haven, I can't remember his name.
We could talk to him and see what his opinion is. Does he have? I mean, does he even have troops that would even be able to do anything? So,
But
like,
could he give us some type of official badge of honor, or somehow to go forth to these other cities and speak on their behalf? Essentially, something that would give us more credit when we go to these other
That's
towns.
also a long way back too, away from all these other cities. That's also something we have to consider.
You
Travel
say,
is
deputize us?
I think
Essentially,
that's about 2 days.
It actually shouldn't take that long.
But I say because it was only 2 hours to Bryn Shander, and I think to East Haven it was only like 8 hours.
Bryn Shander to East Haven is 7.5 hours.
And Targos to Bryn Shander was only like 2.
I believe so.
still procure the actual.
So
We can still procure the sled
Yeah,
dogs.
2 hours to Bryn Shander.
Let's still procure our modes of transportation. Because
I was also thinking when I was talking to Xanavor last night about that favor that we could get from the dwarves is always something that could come in handy as well.
Oh, for sure.
If it did come down to actually having to bust in and get this, we could have some dwarves on our side.
I love that idea.
I love fat dwarves.
I'm all for I'm honestly all for leaving. Being a rogue, I mean, I do like the idea of just taking it and not relying on politics. But it looks over at Zanzikoth. I kind of think this is kind of your decision. I mean, it's a group decision, but you're definitely one that had the most
We're going against.
energy towards doing this.
If we're going against the Zens, numbers would be a great thing. Though I don't think we should throw out the idea of turning the other speakers against Targos. What if we acquire our transportation, make our way to Bryn Shander, give the dwarves some of their iron back, see what they can do to help us. Then explain to them what we want to do. Next, after we speak to the dwarves, we go to East Haven and see if, as Kailani said, see if we can acquire some sigil that says we speak in honor of. Oh, I have his name. The speaker of East Haven.
Daneth Whalen.
Daneth Whalen, yes.
I like that plan. Maybe we can get a wagon or something.
Or
Or pops up. We
Tegan.
can also wash our hands of this whole cauldron thing too, because once it's up to the speakers, we don't have to play fetch all the time anymore.
I mean, this is definitely a matter of
Technically,
time
we don't
now.
even have to get this cauldron. He just said if we find it and want to bring it back, he'll pay us.
That's true.
I just want you to piss off the Zuns, but this is all up to you.
I don't like that we risked our lives and got this cauldron just for them to turn around and take
I
it.
mean,
Doesn't seem
we
right.
already did a lot of work in trying to find this. And we have to go past a lot of these cities anyways. And I don't like that this evil man is stealing our hard work and just took it for himself.
Hey, Nas.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I was to work on making sleds, do I know how long this would take?
Couple hours.
Say if I wanted,
probably.
say if I want to make like 2 sleds, that'd be just a couple hours.
It'd probably take you about half a day, yeah.
Okay.
For 2 sleds, definitely.
I'm just thinking of saving money because we're already giving the dwarves some of the, at least some of their iron back.
Yeah, majority I thought, or not. It doesn't matter. We'll talk about that later, I guess.
And I'd say I could make us some sleds to save us money. We're getting money from the dwarves, or we can trade that money for maybe favor.
That's a tough decision.
Um, Keegan, if it comes down to it, can you lend us your dogs?
Absolutely.
How
I mean,
much would it cost to rent your dogs?
you saved my husband. It would be free for you.
Yeah, it'd be free, Zanzikoff. Duh.
Don't just assume.
We're guests.
Gray
Don't
just kind of
just
looks over at
assume.
you and just goes, rude. Just assume. I saved this man's life. This is probably the first time you've ever seen Cray like really emote. Like, you save a man's life and suddenly they're just, we could take his dogs, yeah.
So Kailani, hearing all this, is starting to straighten up the mess that for sure me and Zanzikoff made last night in the house. I'm just like straightening the curtains and fluffing the pillows on the couch.
You look around, though, and it's actually fairly clean. Make an insight check, though.
Oh.
Zanzikoff got up early and clean.
Rolling?
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
Keegan's a good house husband.
Nah, man, Zanzikoff got up at like 5 a.m. and spit shined the house.
I don't like
Looking
the idea.
around the party, and you see Garrett still passed out on the couch. Keegan's up, and you look at Keegan, and he looks a little tired. He's got some bags under his eyes.
Keegan, were you up all night
Um,
cleaning up after us?
Yes, actually, that was quite the mess. But it was a celebration. Things
It
happen.
was.
I hand Keegan a bottle of wine.
Let loose. for the first time in a very long time, I felt safe and surrounded by friends, and I felt as if I could relax and let go and let my guard down and not have to worry about anybody getting hurt or anything coming at us in the middle of the night. So thank you, Keegan, and just for offering us this safe place. That to me means the world.
And thank you for the dogs.
Yes, no problem. Like I said, you saved my husband, and of course, you pretty much brought Boy back here first to even let me know that anything was wrong.
You drink all my wine.
I'm going to walk over and hand Keegan a bottle of wine. There, at least for the troubles you've gone through
Appreciate
cleaning up.
it. Pours a very small glass.
It's full backwash.
Move,
Your
spit,
backwash
gross.
I
wine.
may hair the dog it a little bit.
Okay. So, what are we
Nah,
doing
this is
now? We have dogs.
Fine wine.
We had dogs. Yes, we do.
We have a horse.
No, really though, what are we doing?
Well, I think we're heading towards where we need to
Prince
go
Shander.
for the dwarves.
Are we gonna turn in the iron
Okay.
and ask for favor?
So,
Can
With
I at
that,
least
though-
keep some of it?
are you, Xanthicott, are we waiting for you to make sleds? Or, because there's 2 already, right?
No, we're gonna take their sleds and go turn in the iron. Some of it.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Xanthicott said he wanted to make sleds.
Well, I didn't know if they were actually going to give us all the dogs on sleds.
You just gotta ask.
That's why I
Yeah,
put it out there.
They did.
Santa Claus
thanks.
isn't a people person.
But so because at this point, Zanzikov can't ride a sled, correct? Because there's just no way they're going to be able to pull him.
I can.
So we'll be moving his speed, which is still faster than what we were moving.
45 is some excellent speed, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but
We'll be moving 40.
if you weren't here, dog sleds would be even faster. But so then the horse would travel the same speed. So me and Zanskov can ride the horse, and then the rest of the group can get on a sled.
Zanskop's
good.
gonna ride the horse?
No?
He said Zanskop's gonna ride the
This
horse.
is Xanavor.
You said Zanzicar.
I'm sure I did, Xanavor.
Gonna get our names right one day.
We gotta get shirts that says I'm Zan and that's Zan.
It would help if you change
We'll
your...
get-
If you
we'll
change your...
Xanavor would definitely have a shirt that says "I'm with stupid" and would be walking next to Zanzikov.
I would love that.
Arrow all around in a circle.
I'm with stupid.
I'm with stupid. Points to the smartest one.
Yeah.
So, what
We
are
have
you
a
guys
plan.
doing?
I believe the plan is we're acquiring the dogs and sleds and making our way to Bryn Shander.
Okay.
We're gonna tell.
We're gonna snitch.
Is Bryn Shander where the dwarf was
Yes.
that we need to return? Okay.
It's about 2 hours away, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We never really explored that much of Bryn Shander either. We kind of touched it and left. So
Yep.
that's more stuff we can look around.
We have 300 ingots. Do I have to give them all back?
Keep 20.
No, not necessarily. As long
Can I
as they
keep-
don't know.
Can I keep 40?
Just say we lost them to the goblins.
They won't know.
Yeah, they technically won't.
Unless you roll low on your freaking deception check.
That's impossible.
Who's
Be
lying?
bad at deception now.
You just guaranteed it.
Well, let's head out.
Maybe nobody told Kailani to play it.
I can't
So
roll for 9.
how many sleds would we need for? Like I said, so it's just Arwen, Kailani, unless Kailani's riding Zanzikoth. Okay, so then we probably just need one sled for
Yeah,
Castiel
2 dogs
and
and a
Arwen.
sled.
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
You also gotta think about Gwen too.
Oh.
King Gwyn.
How fast can she run?
Can Gwen stay on my back?
Yeah, it's a Gwyn would probably be. Is her movement slower than Zanzikoth?
Gwen is 30.
Okay.
Oh,
Even kind of struggling.
we
then
could
we-
probably get a dog and a sled just for Gwen.
It'd be nice to have an extra anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I would say then if that's the case, how much does Gwyn weigh?
Yeah.
Don't ask a
Put
lady
Gwen in the
her
bag of
weight.
holding.
Calculating that.
You guess probably about 250 at the moment.
Okay.
Damn,
She's a big bitch.
the big girl.
It's a bear.
She's a bear mostly.
I was expecting more, honestly.
I'd say I was expecting like 350, 400.
Yeah, I was actually expecting 400.
She's still a baby.
Bears?
That's the scary part.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys decide what you want to do with that.
Well, we could get 4 dogs, 2 sleds, and that'll work for everyone then.
Let's just take all the dogs.
We're
Why
just
not?
gonna have Gwen. We're gonna have Gwen on her own sled.
Yeah.
She wouldn't
never-
be able to drive it.
I was gonna say no steering. Just
Yeah.
tie the dogs to the other ship line.
Yeah,
You-
put Arwen and Gwen on one.
Yeah, put Arwen and Gwen on one, and then put.
And Cass will be riding with his hair blowing in the wind.
Nas, I have a very important question to ask.
Uh huh.
Do we get good boy?
Do what?
Whoa.
Do we get good boy?
No, it's just boy.
Boy, no. Boy is curled up on top of Garrett.
Do you really want to take Boy from them? The
I
man
don't wanna
almost
take Boy
died.
from
That is kind of heartless, even for the Xanathor.
Most of the time, boy came with us. He almost died.
What is going on? I'm talking about with my freaking Wi-Fi.
Told you.
Yeah, I think that works. I mean, if Kailani wants to ride the Moose Man instead of riding with Cass, that's fine, I guess.
I love all the different things.
That's between them.
She smells funny.
Who, me?
What?
I smell funny? I smell like foam and ocean salt.
She's
Is in my
she
hair,
smells
is in
like
my
she
blood.
smells like skunky seaweed.
I feel like Cass smells funny.
You smell like Yeti.
I'll
Cass,
say
Cass actually has no body odor.
if
Yeah,
any,
he has no smell.
if anybody smells funny,
That's
it's
weird.
definitely the giant Moose Man.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely stinks.
Hey, no. I smell like alcohol.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no, wet alcohol.
Mixed with
Shut up.
horse shit.
Move
Alright.
shit.
He definitely stepped in shit somewhere.
So you
He's been
guys
dragging.
have
Oh, do you poop when you walk?
started. You don't ask a centaur that.
Yeah. Y'all are so racist. First
It's
Cass, and
I
now
assumed he
you,
had like a little
Kailani.
flap to catch all of it and he can just empty it out later.
Is that what
God,
you think?
God, Kailani, you're
That's why his tail goes and he's shaking it off like.
He's got one of those little
Kailani
bags that you
started
hang onto
becoming
the
new
tail.
Cass.
No, I would never become a new cat. No, but we're leading the pack, so everybody's behind our
Yeah.
trail.
You guys are started heading out already. It's about a 2-hour on foot, so you can get there in about an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Need a bard for these long travels.
Well, you can roll me a d20.
Okay.
We need a bard for these travels.
Wait a minute.
That's awesome.
20, I
D20.
got 15. We
Okay.
get a bard.
Interesting. Let's see.
Dogs come with speakers.
No, they're called subwoofers.
That's such an old
Damn.
joke.
That was good.
Every
Such an
damn
old
day. Every day.
Lauren, I lived with him for 3 years.
Yeah, well,
I
she's stuck with him for
know.
life.
I lived
now,
with him
so.
for 16.
Where did I get you that book of dad jokes too, by the way?
Okay.
Do you still have that book of what was it?
It was the
Not
book of
puns.
dad jokes.
Anyway,
It was
Yes.
dad jokes.
no, he had bought a book for D&D. It was for one of his
I have it.
characters.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the one with poetry.
Yeah, but there's a term for it. It wasn't It was there was an
Limerick.
actual limericks.
Yeah, it was the limerick
That's
book.
it. That's
Uh,
it. Okay.
So, as you guys are running, you see in front of you, the dogs are just bounding through the snow down this semi-flattened path. It hadn't snowed recently, so recently as saying within the last 12 hours. You see a couple of like bushes on the edge of the road. And you see something weird just kind of jump from one of the bushes and then land on the dog.
Oh,
And on the dog?
Yeah. It was small. It was like it had to be about half the size of Cray.
well, what's the dog
An
doing?
attack squirrel.
The dog didn't seem to notice.
The dog didn't seem to notice something on it.
Yep.
Light my lantern.
As you turn the lantern on, it turns green.
I'm gonna stop and kind of turn around.
How'd you see behind you?
So you stop. What are you doing?
Looking to see what's on. You said jumped on the dog?
Yeah.
Okay. Is everyone else stopping?
Yes.
Want to check this thing out. First.
About
Oh
Damn.
boy, what? Dog, you're not boy.
Whoa, girl.
Don't get closer. Just I'm going to look closely, see if I see what's on the dog.
Same.
Make a investigation check.
Zanzikov, what are we looking at?
Careful, they might have fleas.
Something jumped onto the dog. Wow.
Wow.
2
Wow.
16s. Okay.
Sand twins.
Twinsies.
Copycat.
I rolled first, bitch.
Get your own name.
He's the one who also said he was looking.
You both notice. Oddly, one of the huskies seem to have 2 tails. It looks like one has like a brushy tail on the top, and then the other tail just kind of falls down.
I'm going to make my way closer and kind of bend down. Oh, there's something small on the dog. Try to get a closer look and see what's on the dog.
Can I assist him in some way or something since I'm on Zanzikov?
I mean, you
Hello
can
there.
guide him.
Oh,
Pretty
I
much all
will
the
be
time.
guided. I forgot that I'm one of those people that can do that.
Hello there, what's a one? What are you?
You see a shape start kind of stirring.
We
And
don't want to hurt you. Just
Why are you talking to the dog like that? Why would you hurt him anyway?
shh.
you see the tail that was kind of just sticking straight out like a small bushy tail. Kind of turn a little bit, and you see a small white and red mask. And it just kind of stays there. It doesn't have any eye holes or anything. It's just a flat white and red mask.
I kind of give a little wave.
Out of the what you can now kind of see looks more like straw. You see a small, like gray arm just kind of wave at you.
I'm going to put my hand out, like right next to it, to see if I can get it to come to my hand instead of on top of the dog.
Make a persuasion check.
Guidance.
Oh, okay.
Good. I'm just praying.
Some guidance.
20.
Noise.
Kind of tilts his head a little bit. You see the mask kind of tilt. You see 2 legs pop out from underneath. He jumps down into the snow and just kind of. He seems to just kind of float almost on top of the snow, not leaving footprints or anything.
I'm gonna learn how that creature's doing that.
Does it come onto my hand or?
It seems to reach down, and you see its arm just go through the snow, but it doesn't seem to have any depression. The snow stays the same, and its arm just goes directly through it. And it
Okay.
grabs something and pulls it through the ice, and just kind of holds it up to you.
I'm just gonna keep holding my hand out to see if either it places, like I had this thing right next to the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming it's about the size of my hand. Like either if it climbs onto my hand or it puts what it wants to.
All I see is-
we mean you no harm.
all I can see is Zanzicoth kind of like just talking to a dog, holding his hands up, having a one-way conversation.
Kind of like how we saw you
Kind
talking
of
to Kitty.
but
Like,
It puts
There's
the
a
berry in
little.
your hand.
Does this look like anything I've seen or heard of?
It sounds similar to what you were told by the person that gave you the lanterns.
Well, at the Chewinga, I think they called him.
Mhm.
It put a berry in my hand.
Yep.
I'm going to trust the Chewinga and eat the berry.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
his hands go, are you sure? And he's already chewed.
I
Yep.
trust these things. As long as you're kind to them, they'll treat you nicely. I'm going to take out my ration and break off a tiny little piece and hand it to it.
It takes it, and you see it kind of lift up the bottom of its mask a little bit. You don't see anything, but it just shoves the ration up into it, and you just hear this little sound.
A little burp.
Mhm.
Well, do you want to come with us? I don't think it'd be too safe out here for you. Just a small little thing.
It just kind
He
of keeps
said, "Right up
tilting
here
its
by
head.
me." And I pat Zanzicoth back.
I'd say I'm trying to speak it in common and Sylvan, giant, anything.
It doesn't seem to catch on to
Well,
anything that anyone's saying.
hold up. This was lantern of tracking of what?
Elementals.
Can anyone speak to elemental swords?
Primordial.
Kalani, do you see if you could speak to us?
So
I'm gonna bend down closer to the ground so Kalani can get a
I
better
can
view of
also
it.
speak primordial.
So
Oh, shit.
Kailani's gonna follow Zanzicoth's lead and break off a piece of her like hardtack rations or whatever she has,
Mm-hmm.
and offer her hand. And in primordial, say hello there. My name is Kailani. Do you have a name?
Doesn't respond. It just kind of tilts its head at you. It does take the ration, though.
Do you know how to speak at all? You can say this for no and this for yes.
It just kind of mimics your movement, not sure what you're saying, just mocking your head movements.
I suppose I shall try an abyssal, celestial, or undercommon.
Abyssal's
Never
terrifying.
talk to the dog. You just start talking to the
God,
dog.
don't scare the thing.
Where demon speech starts coming out of Castiel. Like,
Yeah, you get like a really big head tilt, but it doesn't seem to understand anything you're saying to it.
okay. Okay. Yeah, I got nothing.
I raise my hand. I raise my right hand up in the air. What does he do?
Raises his hand.
I raise my left hand.
Raises left hand.
I put my left foot in.
Left foot in.
I put my left foot out.
Left foot out.
You're not gonna
Have
shake
we
it all
tried
about after
Elvis
all
or
that.
I
Infernal?
don't
Shake
want to
it
scare
all
the
about.
creature,
Shake it all about.
and I start to shake it all about.
It copies.
Okay, so it seems to just be mimicking what we're doing. What if we? I don't know. That's all I know. I figured something out.
It just kind of waves at all of you, trying to get your attention.
Xanavor
Yes.
looks at it.
Oh, look! It's trying to get our attention.
We'll look down at it.
You see it summon what looks like snow pretty much in its hands, and it just throws it in the air. It just kind of floats to the ground slowly.
I pick up a large amount of snow in my hands
Mm-hmm.
and throw it in the air.
Okay.
We all take a D4 of damage. No, I'm just kidding.
It's probably powder.
Okay. So Xanavor, as you do that,
Hey,
Zanzicoth.
There's gonna be an entire campaign to this.
You feel this strange ability almost. As you throw all the snow in the air, it doesn't break apart. It instead turns into 5 separate snowballs, which then kind of float around you.
What
Oh, pretty.
That's interesting.
kind of weird sorcery is this?
You see
Don't know.
it kind of raise its hand to the mask and just kind of like nod its head, looking like it's laughing a little bit.
I try to cover us in snow again.
Oh, I wish I was like.
It does nothing. It
What
just
if
falls.
Xanavor was to cast something? Does Xanavor, do you know?
So I have a bunch of
Weird.
floating snowballs around me.
Yep, you have 5 floating snowballs at the moment.
Interesting. And the next time I pick up snow and throw it, it just covers us, or?
Yep,
Okay.
Is it just him that has the snowballs around him?
yep.
Charmer snowballs. Charmer's 5 charges of one session.
Oh shit! I need to put someone on there.
That's cool.
So that is something that you have at the moment. You have 5 charges of it.
Okay.
Interesting. So this little creature has the ability to grant charms to those that it's friendly with. And then I look at the creature waiting for like a confirmation of some sort.
You don't know.
It has no idea what you're saying.
Okay.
Ooh, I know what you should do. Just point at the creature
Uh,
and mimic snowballs around you. Maybe he'll give you some snowballs. Okay, look, like this. I look at the creature, and I kind of point at Zanzicoth, and I mimic snowballs floating around me.
Mm-hmm.
What does he do?
so we have to play charades with this creature.
I pick up snow and I throw it up.
I like the playing the game inside the game D&D. Like that's totally my jam.
Yep.
2 words, 1 simple syllable sounds like.
So you see, as you're trying to get across the point about the charm that he bestowed, he just kind of looks at you and is like, puts his hands in the air to the left, and then slowly goes all the way to the right.
Ah, you are my sunshine. Okay, I do the same thing. My only sunshine.
Xanavor's just looking on like, what the hell is happening here?
Xanavor, make an intelligence check. As you're judging from the outside.
Oh my god.
Just roll intelligence.
Did it not go through?
I haven't gotten anything yet. Oh,
Oh,
there it is.
there
Yeah.
You get the feeling it's trying to show you the passing of the sun, or what there used to be a sun. So maybe he's hinting at something about a day or time.
Seems like he's trying to get across the point of the sun rotating around the planet. Maybe passage of time, maybe, or like maybe he saw the sun at some point, which in this doom and gloom place might be surprised.
Need to come back at dusk.
Ask him if he knows where the sun is.
He doesn't.
He just looks over at him. He doesn't speak. He doesn't understand what we're saying. How am I supposed to say this to him when he can't hear me?
I'm still waiting for this to crawl in my hand.
He doesn't seem to want to climb on you.
Oh, okay.
Can Kailani just like pat a little spot, or maybe can I take out like a piece of cloth or something and lay like a little saddle area down, and kind of beckon the creature to ride? Because here's the thing, we do got to get a move on, so we want this little guy to come with us. So can I like kind of pat?
Make a persuasion check.
Back?
Make a
A what?
persuasion check.
Guidance.
Assist.
With
Oh,
advantage from
I-
assistance.
Kinda-
With advantage from assistance, because Zanzicoth's trying to do it too. Oh my
Dare
God.
call me the
Roll
wrong
it
name
again.
One better.
Roll.
Fuck.
Now roll a d4.
Out.
An 8.
Arwen, how is it that you speak with animals? Are you able to speak telepathically in any way? I mean, this is a shot in the dark.
I've been thinking about it this entire time.
Yeah.
Would I be able to try and do that? Can I try?
This thing seems more intelligent than an animal, to be honest.
Is
I
this
know, that's
even
why
an animal?
I've been like,
It is
that's
an
why I've been like
elemental.
holding off on it.
It is not a beast.
So when Arwen walks up and Gwen's in tow, the creature sees Gwen and then immediately jumps into the ground.
Oh,
I'm gonna like disappeared into the snow.
Yeah, like there's no hole or anything, it just jumped into the snow.
Then I need to have a chat with this little one and figure out why this thing just ran away from me.
You walked up to it with a predator.
Right?
I think he's scared of Gwen.
Gwen is pretty terrifying for a thing that small.
But it loved Zanzibar. Whoa, this thing is Chawinga.
So,
Kawingas love
Yeah.
these things.
Yes.
Weren't we
I
supposed
don't
to
know what the hell
catch
these
these?
things are, like at
You
all.
were supposed to find one, yeah.
Is it still there, or is it just in the snow? Do we know?
You're not
It
sure
disappeared.
exactly.
Can I put some more rations on the top of the snow, just like set it down in like a little trail leading it away from Gwen a little bit,
Okay.
beckoning it to come back up?
So you lay down a trail of beef jerky, like M&Ms to a trap, as you would see in Family Guy. And you just see this little gray hand pop up out of the ice, grab one and pull it down. And he goes to the
I
next
sent
one,
you something.
grab it and pull it down. The next one grabs it and pulls it down. And then it kind of peeks its head out as it gets to the last one and then looks at you.
I start waving at it.
You see a wave.
No, I sent you something, Zach.
Guys, I will be right back. I had to take a call.
Okay. So I with waving at it, does it wave back?
Yeah.
Where'd Zach go?
Did we lose?
No, I'm here.
Can you guys hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said it waves back.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no,
No,
we
it-
lost speaker.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Then I suppose I will try. I will I'll look at Gwen, like, no. And I kind of like walk around Gwen and kind of like beckon it to come back. She's like, come on.
Come on, little fella.
Hey, buddy.
Just kind of looks up to Arwen. You casting Speak with Animals?
Yes.
Okay. What are you doing? What are you saying?
I'm trying to talk to Gwen for a minute because I know that while I'm casting that spell, I can still I can talk to other animals, but I can focus on Gwen for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna tell her to back off for a minute.
Oh,
Heal, girl, heal.
okay. I'll go lay down next to the sled.
Okay, good girl. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll kind of throw her,
Xanavor
like, a
approaches
piece of
cautiously.
fish or something.
Pads away. Eats the fish.
Xanavor is intrigued by
Don't
this thing,
bite
so he actually
and-
approaches with a piece of trout, kind of gently. Well, in his version, trying to be gently, kind of look weird at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Just like,
Like jerks it out.
here you go. Trying to establish a deeper connection to this thing to see if you can like get it to connect better, to translate itself better or something.
Don't
makes
bite
sense.
him.
Pick it up and you put it down.
So, while he's doing that, I'm gonna try and talk to this Chawinga.
That's
Right?
what I was doing, I thought.
Yeah. Both of you are trying to communicate with it, and it doesn't seem to be
Oh.
picking up anything.
Okay, I'm back.
It just kind of climbs back up the dog. The dog barely notices.
I think we should just keep going. If it wants to stay, it can just stay on the dog. But if it seems to be just do what it wants to. And it currently means us no harm.
See.
Santa, let's go forward a couple steps, and I'll kind of drop some breadcrumbs as we walk forward.
It's on the dog, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It climbed on the dog, and now you're watching as it's like kind of tightrope walking down the harnesses towards the sled.
Which sled?
Whichever sled was in the front.
Well, is it the one that I'm on, or is it the one that Arwen and Gwyn is on?
That you were on, probably.
Okay. I'm just, hello, friends. And I actually give him the reins.
I'm gonna start walking away.
You hand the reins.
I hand the reins over.
To the little
Climb
guy.
on my horse with Gray if he's with me.
He just kind of holds the reins and looks at you. Puts the reins down and sits like crisscross on top of the sled. Just kind of starts looking around at the sky.
I sit crisscross down with him.
We're gonna be here forever.
No,
you
no,
guys.
I'm just mimicking what he's mimicking.
I'd say I'm starting to slowly walk.
We can still continue, but that's how we're riding. But I'm just gonna do what he's doing right now. What's up?
Yeah, so can we start to kind of move away and just kind of see if he sticks around with us?
Yeah. You
Yeah, let's
start
just
moving forward.
go and just see if he follows.
Yeah, because he's like sitting on the sled right now with you.
Sanavor, is there anything in your books that maybe describes this creature, or any lore or any history that you know?
I'm currently looking. I'm trying to establish a connection with it. I don't know how. But, yeah, I will actually consult my books, see. So, you want to make a history check or anything for that, Zach?
For them, I would say, yeah, probably if you're just trying to think of information that you might have past history.
Yeah.
I'd like to give Sanavor guidance.
Also, for the
Like-
record,
By being
Are
like,
you jumping
in the
off
back
of
the
me?
Books is typically a table of contents. that
Are you jumping off of me? Because guidance is touch.
lean over?
I'm also teaching it rock,
No, I'm
paper,
not.
scissors at the same time.
16.
Okay.
I just high five Xanavor while staying on topic.
Don't touch me!
Too late.
Fuck!
You've caught a little bit of information on these before. They're usually about 6-inch tall creatures. They look like animated dolls with mask-like faces, spindly limbs, and wild hair. Their appearance sometimes foreshadowed by gentle breezes, the sweet smell of flowers, dancing fireflies, or snowflakes. They don't have names and they can't speak. No one has ever been able to communicate with them. It just kind of mimics things. Like, they have a fascination with humanoids. Anything that's like wearing armor, carrying weapons, using tools, cooking food. They're just interested. They're curious.
Huh.
They also have the daily power, it seems, to bestow charms. Different charms sometimes, though.
Okay.
Aww.
Nice that you reply back, Zach, to what I'm doing. I relay this to Kailani. It's like, well, he seems to be interested in us in a way. I mean, well, there's Heine. I don't think he sees a lot of people. They're fascinated by people. So it's possible he just wants to know. Maybe he has something he's trying to tell us, because they can't speak. They can hear us, but doesn't mean he understands us. It's just,
Right.
to him, it's different. It's like elephants looking at a person. We're like cute pets to him, kind of. Does that make sense?
You do. I know all about cute pets, actually. So I wonder if I. So wait, did you tell me about the charm thing?
Nope.
No, because
Okay, well,
Xanavar didn't think it was important.
huh?
He didn't think it was
I-
important.
Oh,
Wait, who are you talking to? Me or Zanzikov?
Zanzibar.
Oh, yeah. He just didn't deem it important. It's like, it's a charm. It's like, ooh, I can do something cutesy.
Zanzibar is probably like, I do that all the time.
I could do more, but it causes harm.
So I wonder if this is very fascinating. I would like to keep this creature with us for a while and study it on our travels. Maybe if we gave it something to play with, something that kind of keep it occupied.
I'm already doing that.
I can.
Never mind, we have a cast. You're right. Cast is.
That's it. I can make little trinkets.
That's what I was thinking.
A music box, a little thing that can move around.
It seemed to be more interested in us. Because, well, let's face it, we're not like it, so it thinks we're fascinating, I guess.
Very true. And that's when Kailani looks back and sees Castiel's crisscross applesauce
Playing paper, rock, scissors.
playing paper, rock, scissors with it. And Jennifer, on second thought, I think it's plenty distracted. It's
Xanavar just raises his hand towards Cass, like, as in, look at that, like, my point.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to understand winning or losing, but it just likes making the same symbols that you're making quickly.
We're moving on to patty cake next.
I'm gonna start picking up speed, going faster.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys make it the rest of the way. You are now entering Bryn Shander.
remind me what this town is like again.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
pulling it up right now because
Because we went to a bar in this place. I remember that.
Oh, I remember the bar. Yeah. We
Keep
did
the
not
little thing
see
out of the
it.
bar.
Bryn Shander.
Wait, is this where you totally told?
No, that was
Okay.
East Haven, I think. No, it could have
That
been
was the last time we were in.
Targos, was it?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
You snitched on the dead body thing or whatever. Is that
Then
correct?
Papa tried to kill you.
That was a dick.
Oh yeah, Pop. Yeah.
Bryn Shander is a walled town. It's perched atop a cold, lonely, wind-lashed hill. Bright lanterns suspended over narrow streets twist in the wind and add flecks of color to the town's otherwise drab surroundings. It's not the friendliest place. The winter has greatly reduced the number of visitors. Local trade is kind of suffering for it, eating away at local sense of humor and goodwill, it seems. But there is no safer place in Icewind Dale to spend coin or spend the night.
Sounds like a marketing ploy the way you ended that.
Yep.
But you notice how he said it's a trading town, but they're down on resources. I think this is a perfect opportunity to turn in these ingots, right? That's why we're here, isn't it?
Well,
Well, we have multiple
partially.
reasons for being here. Multiple reasons for sure. Oh yeah, I remember this town.
Yeah, I gotta show you guys stuff because the map's updated.
Castiel, how you doing over there? You having fun?
This thing is a hoot.
He's a hoot and a half.
We are just literally, we're doing the Macarena.
You teach it the electric slide next.
Could head back to Northwood, see if you find your dwarf friend.
Yep, you are
that what it
approaching
was?
from the north gate.
Oh.
Well, it's right there.
Do you remember what that dwarf's name was? Anybody?
And talk to him.
Yeah, it's in my notes.
In Egypt, Torga. No dwarf.
My notes just say return ingots to dwarves.
It's probably what mine says now that I think about it.
Mine says something about worst smith in the valley, side hustle with his sister. I don't know what the fuck that means. It was a female dwarf. I wrote down female.
Haruna.
Fruna.
H. Runa.
Fruna was the dwarf that you spoke to outside of the bar.
The girl that got kicked out of the bar.
Runa.
Correct.
Got it.
She was the one that
Oh, yeah.
had lost her right ear and 2 fingers.
Right, I totally remember that.
I thought she told us to go somewhere though.
She.
And she led us to Torgas to the. Hold on,
Yeah.
let me look at my notes again.
My notes were the same as Castiel. We spoke to drunken dwarf who wants ingots back.
I thought summarizing
He
would
said,
be
lead us
easy.
to Torga, leader of the merchant, shady as fuck. I wrote, murder, question mark?
Who did you talk to?
I don't know, these are my notes from that time, I don't know.
Okay, well, we approaching the north gate. We just entered the town. The Black Iron Blades.
Your notes are way better than mine for
No,
change.
my notes are from the
I thought
DM.
I thought she told us to take the ingots to him, and he was in a different city. I think he was in Bridgeshander.
No, I thought it was the smith here.
Was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, we were supposed to go to the smith. He's a
It was
terrible
the Smith
smith.
of it was the Smith of Brunshander.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I was just off the dome. I didn't need no notes for that.
Might be confusing with the wagon that we had that was going somewhere, and we were following the wagon. So I might be confusing that.
Shit.
Oh.
The
Okay,
the cauldron we found out was going to Targos. That was another town while we were in here.
Oh, no, I mean. Oh, I'm
So,
sorry, New York
you
did
guys
that.
walk in the north gate. What do you do?
Do we see anybody?
Either looking for a speaker or we're looking for Runa.
Well,
Correct.
we definitely need to talk to the dwarves first.
Well, do we see anybody out and about in the town?
Yeah, there's
What
some
time of day
people
is
walking
it?
around. It's still pretty early in the day. You guys have only been up and about for about an hour. You talked for probably about 2 hours when you first woke up. So you're looking at about noon, 1 o'clock.
Okay, so just any random passerby, no name people. Excuse me.
Yes.
Do you know where we might be able to find your local blacksmith?
You'll be wanting the black iron blade.
Sounds interesting. Where at? Where can we find that stuff?
Turns around and points down the street. And he goes, well, you follow this road, you'll make it right up to it pretty much. If you hit the opening in the middle of town, the town square, then you've gone too far. Can't miss it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Also, who's your town speaker here?
That would be Duvessa.
Nevessa.
The best.
Duvessa.
Divesa?
Didn't they
What's
tell
up?
us not to speak with the speaker here because we need to speak with the smaller towns first?
Correct.
Yes, true. But I was just trying to get names.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure we weren't planning on speaking with her.
Right.
All right. Thank you. No name. PC. Or NPC.
NPC?
That's what I meant to say.
Of course.
Rude.
Okay. Well, you guys heard the.
No, if it's okay with everybody, let's head to the Black Iron Blades.
Wait.
let's go.
Wait. Let's get our story straight.
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
Zanzicoth, even though it's shady as hell, how many were you wanting to keep? Honestly.
Honestly, just 50.
Now it was 40 3 hours ago.
No, no. Y'all said 40.
No, I
I-
said 20. You said 40. Now 50.
No, I just said 40. I want 50,
Wait,
but
how
I'll
many
be okay with
ingots
40.
are there total?
300.
300. My concern is this. If they find out we're lying about how many ingots we have, and they're already a shady bunch, not only are we not going to gain favor, but then they're going to just use that as payment.
They
You know,
might.
we're doing them a favor just bringing it back.
Okay.
So we need to make a
If we were
decision
shady
about-
assholes, we wouldn't have brought it back.
Are we going to be deceptive or are we going to be straight up?
I could
We
be
will
either
give you
or.
these ingots back. And
I
if
mean, we could just say, hey, we found a bunch of ingots. Here you go.
Oh, no.
Because we can't say, oh, we didn't find all your ingots, because then they're like, oh, how do
Yeah,
you know how
no,
many?
just right. You just say, here you go.
Like, hey, we were told that you guys lost
Because
some
then they'll know
ingots.
that
We
we
found some
saw it.
ingots.
All right. Well, here goes nothing.
I need to update my notes.
Here goes a lot.
I think we should let Zanzikov handle this one.
Agreed.
Yes, no offense, but you're
Let the
too
Smith, let the Smith
honest.
speak to the Smith.
I'm
Yeah,
not-
let the Smith speak to the Smith, and perhaps I just stay close by for guidance.
You-
Silent.
Cass, you play with the Schwinger.
I'll play I don't want to play with that right now. I don't want to teach this little thing bad habits.
No, but you need
It doesn't
to
understand us.
keep it occupied.
By the way, what do we do with our sled and our horse?
Currently, it's at the North Gate.
So is there like a barn or something we kind of dock all our stuff at, or?
Mhm.
Okay. Just want to make sure we didn't just walk into town and suddenly it's like, oh, by the way, all your shit's gone. You didn't pay any attention to what you did with it.
The goblin
I
stole
just-
it back.
Yeah, well, that's why I want to make sure that we I want to make sure that before we walked in the city, and I was just not thinking of it. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
Does anybody have the name of the batsmith that belonged to the Black Iron Blades?
Bruna,
What?
I thought?
Haruna? Is that not? Oh, the blacksmith's name.
Runa was the Haruna was the person that we met.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm trying to think of the name of the person that
Did she give us a name?
she did. I cannot remember it for the life.
And you heard people talking shit about him in the
Yes.
Oh, you're
yes.
right.
bar. So it's
I
been
thought
mentioned a
I
couple times.
thought I wrote it down. Give me a second. I might have somewhere. Let's see. Bio.
No.
Sepulchra, no. No.
No, I'm usually very good and meticulous at my notes, but I was just not this time.
Yeah, I don't have this name.
Garn the Hammer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, darn it, it was Garn. That darn Garn.
Oh, okay. I have the hammer written down, but I couldn't understand what that was. Just randomly in the notes, it's just something, comma, the hammer,
Possible
comma.
nicknames? I don't know.
It's always bad when you can't read your own notes.
No,
the
I can
Hammer
read it. I
from
was,
Prince Sander.
it
What
was
does
just
Iron
like,
Key mean?
no, it was just like notes, comma, the hammer, comma, more notes. I'm like, what the fuck was what was the hammer?
You know,
So,
Don't worry about it.
Vic, before we go on, I just want to say that and this is crazy that the words are leaving my mouth. However, Castiel is fairly decent. He's very charismatic.
To be honest with you, actually, while you guys handle this, I'm going to take care of something else in this town.
You don't want to go with Zanzikov
No,
and lead the.
no, there's
Okay.
something I've got to do here.
Okay, then.
Do you not want to all go
well,
together?
I will. Are you
It's not
separated?
suspicious.
Right.
It's hard to explain.
If it's personal, you don't need to. We all
Well,
have our own personal vendettas.
okay, I guess I can tell you. You remember that night where someone tried to kill me in my sleep?
Daddy tried to stab you, yes.
I don't know if it was
Okay.
Daddy, but
Okay.
I was in
Papa.
it was a bad dream. Anyway, before that happened, I had a strange visitor that evening, and
Another one.
he instructed me to visit a shrine here and Bryn Shanda. So while we're here, while you guys are taking care of this, I don't want to take up too much more time. So I'm just gonna go take care of that while you guys handle the dwarves. I figured that was be simple enough, right? You guys can return ingots to some dwarves, I imagine.
Hold up. You're going to a shrine. Shrines are normally religious. Didn't you give Kailani shit for praying to a god?
I'm not praying to the god. I was just told to go here. It's a destination. I mean, you go to your job. You don't want to go, but you gotta go.
I see
enjoy
Castro right
my
now
job.
being like that teen that's just got called out and just like,
Yeah.
He's trying to think,
No,
quickly think of
no.
a way to defend
He's like,
himself.
but it's different. It's different for me.
It's different from me because someone who does go to a shrine told me to go there. Just, you know what? You handle some ingots.
Do you storm off? Like,
I do not. I'll make no character choice.
okay. I'm just telling you what I picture. You guys, should we let Castiel go by himself?
Bye.
I don't think.
he's his man. If he wants to go by himself, that's his choice.
Should you at least tell us where we can find it? Okay, bye.
I've got
He's a survivor.
Don't tell us where you're going in case we need to find you.
Oh. I'm going to the Shrine of the Morning Lord.
That sounds made up, but okay.
That
Okay.
does sound made up.
I've got Chimichanga with me.
I guess I'm with you then, because I was gonna bond with
Hold
the
up.
Schwinger.
So we left our dogs and sleds at the north gate.
Yes.
Yes.
Did the Chewinga stay with the dog?
Oh, I thought I had him. He's pretty small.
Yeah.
Because it was on the dog the entire time.
You honestly, when you got off the sled, are not sure where it went.
It knows where it's going. It's fine.
I think I have him still. I don't know. I'm convinced I still have him.
What's the highest perception in the party?
Probably Craze.
Me.
Yeah, we're great.
At 2 million.
It's only like an 18,
My passive perception's of 15, I think,
15.
and for some reason D&D Beyond's taking a bit to load.
Okay. Yeah.
Load. I was just on it. Why is it doing this?
No one has any idea where it went.
What
Okay.
the fuck just happened?
You want me to roll perception, Zach?
I mean, if you want to actively look for it, but it's retroactive.
No, I'm not
I'm gonna-
actively looking for it.
I'm going to be taking out one of the ingots and looking at the symbol that's on it
Mhm.
and start looking for, like, buildings with that symbol.
Yeah. I mean, you're coming upon.
We were
the
directed
black
to
iron
it,
blades.
but-
Yeah, you find the black iron blade.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to it, and is there, like, an open door or closed? Are there dwarves outside?
Yeah, you see what looks like a forge outside. And there's currently a male dwarf hammering away at the anvil. You do see, though, a familiar dwarf standing outside the front door, seemingly just kind of sweeping the floor.
Hello there.
The familiar dwarf or the hammer?
The hammer.
Okay. Doesn't hear you. Just steady. Ting! Ting!
Hey!
Ting!
Oi!
Chucks an ingot at him.
Turns around.
There he is.
Well, hello there. What can I do for you?
Well, we heard a bit of rumors that you've been missing some ingots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well-
Haruna over there got attacked or something. Wasn't able to make her shipments.
Well, we went up, on our travels, we actually, followed the path of what she said, and we actually found quite a bit of your ingots.
Quite a bit.
Goblins were trying to take off with them.
Damn goblins. How many were you able to salvage? You got them
I was
with
able
you?
to, I got quite a bit of them with me. I'm, walk up and step up in the forge and start stacking them.
Okay.
Let's see. There's 50. And then he sees me, like, reaching into the hag head and start pulling them out.
Yeah, you see like a kind of confused look on his face.
and altogether, I'm going to be dropping off 250.
That's a good chunk here.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of them.
Well, Haruna, what did you promise them if they were able to finish the job you couldn't? And Haruna kind of turns around and speaks up. Like, well, I've got a couple bloodstones here that I said that I was going to pay them. And then, of course, our favor. Alright, give me a moment. He walks over to the forge, and you see him take what looks like a couple pieces of gold, and he melts them down in this really hot fire. He pours it on his anvil, and you see him smack a sheet of paper with the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
And when he flips it over, it cools quickly in the snow.
It's quite an impressive forge you got there.
Thank you. Give me just a moment. Still working. And as he's flipping over the paper, you see that this gold is hardened into almost a large stamp, and it has a symbol on it of a dwarven battle hammer.
Is it the same one that's on the ingots?
It is.
Okay. So while he's working, I kind of want to watch his technique to see if he's actually as bad as they say that he is.
You see, like, as he's hitting the anvil, his strikes aren't super straight. You see him hitting the same point and making it a little thinner than it should be in one point, and then a little bit thicker in another, kind of throwing off the consistency of the iron. And then you watch, it seems like it's not hot enough, the fire, for certain items, and he's not cooling them right. There's all kinds of little things that he's doing wrong.
Not to be insulting, of course, but I could give you a few pointers if you want to increase your technique. The better things you create, the more you can charge.
It's true. What do you mean, though? What can you create? I've never seen a centaur smith.
I'm quite the smith, my friend. I'm going to go up there and I'm going to start trying to make a tiny little. Basically, it's going to be a box. A steel. If he lets me use the iron or a little bit of iron, I'm going to be making a box.
Yeah.
And when the box is finished, I'm going to tap it. And give me a second. Hold up, I'm trying to copy paste something.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something where I can help him with guidance? What's the role?
No,
Yeah.
I don't need no help.
I mean, you can.
I got this.
Basically, I'm creating a steel box with a couple little bit of holes that are almost kind of like speaker holes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to imbue the box with the sound of a hammer hitting an anvil.
Okay. So.
And whenever you hold the box up, you can hear the sound of a hammer hitting an anvil.
So, I mean, it can be heard pretty much like up to 10 feet away. So.
Oh, okay.
It's actually.
Oh shit, yeah.
Decently loud. After you hit the box, putting in the finishing touches, the last strike of your hammer, and you're like, cool, I'm done. And everyone sees you kind of put down the hammer, and then the sound continues. Every couple seconds.
I can not only make shit, I can also imbue it with a bit of magic.
Well,
But
that's
making the things is the fun part.
That is impressive.
I'd say I learned a few tricks in my times.
Do you have your own forge?
I'm kind of working on that one. It's a growing process. I used to, back in Baldur's Gate, but shit happened.
That is true. Luckily able to keep in business still. Everyone needs a blade.
Ran my own business for a bit, but again, things happen. But if everyone's okay with it, if Zanzikar's gonna take a couple minutes, about 10 minutes or so, and kind of talk to this guy, trying to improve his techniques.
Okay. While you're doing that, we'll jump over to Castiel.
No.
So Castiel, what's
Sorry.
up?
Did they pay us for this iron?
They did.
Okay. How much?
6 bloodstones, worth about 50 gold each.
Okay. Real quickly, I'll just throw it in the bag of holding until we're all together.
Come on, let's go.
Yep. Yeah, so switching over to Castiel. Castiel, you make your way through the streets towards what you were told is the shrine or house of the Morning Lord. The Morning Lord you would know to be Aminator.
What?
Amunator.
Moon. Cool. Got it.
Now there are 2 of you on the stream.
I know. I gotta switch back and forth. I had to mute myself for a moment, so
Oh.
I had to
I was wondering what
switch
happened.
back
I was like,
and
shit, I'm looking around at all my stuff. I'm like,
No, you're good. Yeah. Amunator is what the shrine is. You were also told that there was a female priest that is currently running the shrine.
Okay. So I make my way to there. And I guess I make my way into the. Is it like what is it, like a church? I mean, what are we looking at here?
Yeah, it's pretty close to a church. It's like a small church.
Okay. Then I shall enter the church, not the steeple.
Okay. You walk in and you see a human female working and lighting some candles in front of the shrine of a almost genderless god.
Okay. What does the god look like?
It has
Like a normal human?
It's like a mannequin, pretty much, but imagine like half the face is the sun.
Huh. Okay. Okay, are there other people in here, or is it just her?
You just see her at the moment. She doesn't seem to have noticed you.
I'm sorry?
She doesn't seem to have noticed you.
Oh, great, right. I was asking if there was other people in this place.
No,
or is it just her?
it's just her.
Okay. Okay. I'll just like, excuse me.
Oh, yes. How may I help you?
Hi. I'm just going to be upfront about something, and I just have one question. If I said to you, a name of Tariel, would you know who I was talking about?
Sorry, no, I'm not sure who that is.
Let me ask you something. What is going, like, what do you do here? Obviously you worship the Morning Lord, but something has told me to seek you out, and I don't know what.
Well,
You ever had that feeling?
of course. The gods work in mysterious ways. feelings are usually a compass in the right direction.
What? What kind of, like, I guess, not vows really, but what are their, is her, like her beliefs, I guess? Is that the word I'd be looking for?
The
Like
morning.
their, you know what I'm trying to say?
Tenets,
Yeah, yes.
covenant.
Well, Amontor is the god of the sun, so bringing light to the land is always a good thing. Which is especially hard to follow at the moment because there's not very much sunlight.
Which is true. Why is there no sun?
I'm sure you've probably at least stayed up late one night and watched the sky, the aurora. The gods sometimes work in more direct ways by flying on large birds across the sky casting spells.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I seen I seen a tentacle ship once, but I don't think I've seen a large bird with people throwing stuff. This place is strange. I'm not going to lie, but
I haven't heard anything about any type of ship like that. I'm sorry.
now I haven't heard of a large bird and people riding them. So yeah, we're in the same boat here. Really, you don't know anything about a tentacle ship? Really? I feel like you're supposed to give me some kind of direction. And I know it seems odd, it seems strange, but I just don't know. Something has drawn me here to you. And actually, I'm just going to be, and you know what, I'm going to be forward with you again. An angel told me to come here. I know I seem crazy, but if an angel says to do it, you got to do it.
Bear with me for a moment. You may be in the right place, but speaking to the wrong person. I do currently rent my attic to a tinkerer.
A tinkerer?
Yeah, helps around with some services and chores. It's a bit pessimistic, but it helps out, like I said.
Is he in at this time?
Oh yes, I believe so. He'd be upstairs.
And what's this tinkerer's name?
His name is Copper.
What is it?
Copper.
Popper?
Copper.
Oh.
It's really close to Papa.
I was like, no, it isn't.
Holy shit, your outburst of Papa is actually like totally foreshadowing.
Hopper?
I didn't know that.
Yes, Copper Knobberknocker.
You're kidding me, right?
Nope.
That's the best name ever.
Okay.
I'm stealing that last name for.
I know, that's a great freaking name.
Just
Okay.
wait. Just wait.
I will go. Okay. And what was your name, dear? Sorry.
Oh, my name is Michonne.
Michonne? Okay. Thank you for your, everything. I'm going to go speak to Copper Hobberknocker. And maybe he can...
Knobberknocker.
Knobberknocker? Okay. Yes.
Guys, I can't.
I will go speak to Mr. Knobknocker.
Right this way. She just kind of walks past you, opens up a door to a flight of stairs.
Is he gonna knock your knob?
I'm crying.
You climb the stairs into what looks like a small home. Walking into the kitchen, most of this furniture seems like it's in. It was made for people of normal size. She said she was renting to a gnome, so you don't see anyone. And as you round the corner into the kitchen, you walk around what looks like an island. And standing there with what looks kind of like a cup of, I guess, muddy water, or some type of potion of energy.
Muddy waters.
A small person in a fuzzy suit and a hood kind of looks like a teddy bear.
Oh my god. Does it look like a
Nas,
meatball?
what have you done?
Not what have you done?
You just put an Ewok in here?
He turns around. Hello?
Yes, Mr. Knob Knocker?
You can call me Copper. It's okay.
Copper Knob Knocker, yes.
Knobber.
My name's Castiel.
Nice to meet you.
You as well. I've been told to come. Okay, follow me here. You might hear the story again, but anyway.
Michonne leaves the
I
room.
was told to come see you. And you could possibly point me in the right direction. I seem to have lost myself.
I don't know anything about pointing in directions, but I mean, if you're looking for something to do, I mean, I've got a friend I'm kind of worried about. If you want to check on him, maybe that's why you were sent here. I was feeling worried about him. His name's Macretus.
McCree, you guys. What kind of trouble is Macretus in?
Well, I wouldn't really say trouble. He was conducting some research at an old cabin in the wilderness.
He's in trouble.
That sketch.
That sounds like trouble already.
Yeah.
The name's McCree. Find me in the cabin.
Where is this old cabin at? Copper.
The cabin would be up north. It's up by, what's that, Lonelywood? It's a little north of Lonelywood. If you follow Mare Dualden and you follow the river that leads off the north end of it, it's a little to the east of that.
Yes, I just came from near Lonelywood. What kind of concern do you have for your friend? Like, why do you think he's in trouble?
Well, you see, like I said, he's doing some type of experiment and trying to build a device that could end this winter, return summer to Icewind Dale. But it seemed finicky when he was working on it, and I'm just worried. I haven't heard from him.
He's been a sorcerer, really. I just kind of feel like this isn't. I mean, it might be, but I mean, I guess I could check on this. Yes, you have my word. I will look after your friend. I just kind of feel disappointed. For the record, does the name Talriel ring a bell to you?
No, you can't say it does.
Okay. You haven't been visited by angels or anything like that? Nothing strange, weird stuff like that?
You know, if an angel visited me, you're probably about the closest thing I've seen.
Okay. Okay. I will check on your friend Macretus. Is there anything... Any advice you could give me on what he... I mean, he's going to be the crazy guy dealing with some... experience, like a machine? I should know. I'll know him when I see him.
Oh, well, Macretus was a sage and a devout follower of Lathander, which is part of the reason that I'm here. Lathander sometimes gets confused for the Morning Lord. Don't bring it up in front of Michonne. She doesn't care for Lathander. But, I mean, he's a good guy. I haven't heard from him. He was holed up in that cabin where he spent most of his time assembling a weird magical device. He wanted to call it the Summer Star.
That's a nice ring to it, actually.
he found some book with information about Netherese artifacts. Old magic.
Interesting. What kind of magic?
And something to turn this winter to summer, hopefully.
Interesting. Should we treat this as? Do you think he'll be hostile, or what do you think the situation might be?
I don't suppose so. I mean, like I said, he's a nice guy. Me and him just didn't get along. We had different points of view on what he should be doing about things, and just sometimes you can't live with certain people. You understand?
Sure. I've got the whole group of them. I know. Tell you what. You have my word. I will check on your friend Macretus. And should I report back to you when finished?
Well, I'd appreciate that.
Not a problem. Thank you, Copper Knobknocker.
Knobberknocker.
Knobberknocker. Knobber. I'll get that.
It's Knoblicker at this point.
Knoblicker. Copper Knoblicker. Liquor, you say. Okay. Well, thank you for your time, Copper, and I'll see myself out.
Alright, well, he lifts his coffee mug up, and you see, like, this small gnomish creature lifting up a coffee cup about the size of his head and putting it on top of the island in the middle of the kitchen. And it just looks like a little teddy bear trying to push up a cup on top of the island.
So you are adorable, by the way.
I'm sorry?
Would you like... Nothing. Nothing at all.
I think Cash just got hit on. Copper just called him an angel, and Cash just kind of ignored it.
No, but then now Cass calls him adorable, so Cass is definitely hitting her back. Like,
It's two people that constantly hit on each other, but none of them ever fall through.
If you want one, I made it myself.
What? One of you?
A knob knocker.
No, an outfit. It's nice and warm.
You've got my size?
He made Cass some clothes.
I can make one your size, definitely. It
You know what?
would probably take me about an hour or two.
I'll wait here. That's fine. I'll have some coffee. That's fine.
All right.
The crotch area surprisingly fits really well.
He kind of goes around, starts gathering up materials, and sits down at a sewing machine and starts sewing together some, like, furred pieces of cloth, and just kind of stuffing it with wool, making it nice and warm. While this is happening, we'll switch back to the other group, figure out what is going on.
I
So-
forgot because I'm so into what's going on over here.
Come on, I'm so into Capiel right now.
We're shipping them hard.
The angel and the pessimistic gnome.
Guys, I love this campaign.
Welcome to the first fan fiction. There you go.
Oh, man.
All right. Jumping back to you guys, you were at the Black Iron Blades. You just finished getting paid for the ingots that you returned, and got a piece of parchment with a symbol in gold with the battle hammer of the Black Iron Blades.
I will walk around. So, everybody except for Cass, because he's not there, has a bloodstone.
Mm-hmm.
That bloodstone is worth 50 gold pieces.
Correct.
So make sure you write that down in your equipment.
What do we get?
You get a bloodstone that's equal to 50 gold pieces.
Okay.
So Xanavor,
Yep, I got it
Arwen,
already.
yeah.
How many do we get total?
One each.
Total we got 6. So it'd be
And
one
there's-
each.
And there's 6 of us. Okay.
Yeah. I just had to wait to give Cass 6.
Mm-hmm.
feel it's like the whole group is with Zanzikoth right now, right? We're all with him.
Besides Castiel, who split off to do his own business.
Right. So during that whole exchange, I feel like Kailani, I don't know if I ever like hopped off Zanzikoth or not, but I feel like I would have probably been watching him in the exchange the whole time, just kind of staying silent, but watching him while he worked and watching the blacksmith while he worked and just kind of taking that all in. So I don't know if Kailani was watching anything else going on.
If you just type in Bloodstone, it automatically says it's 50 gold. Interesting.
Yeah,
Where?
Just add it from D&D Beyond. If you just add it, it does it for you.
Oh, I didn't know those were in the items. Okay, that's cool. That's nice to know, so I don't have to manually import everything.
Anyway, go ahead.
So Kailani's watching me work and teach this guy techniques.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm kind of taking in the techniques like that he was doing.
And I'm gonna give the box to the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, you're making like trinkets and what will one day be, cool relics. So Kailani was probably focused on that and not necessarily paying much attention to anything else. So I just wanted to make that aware.
Do I notice any like wizards or anything that belong to the Order of Brotherhood of Arcana that I was in? Like, do I notice any tunics or anything that would give them away?
Not in this town. Not that you've seen walking around so far.
Okay.
I do have a question, Naz. Would I be able to have my own sigil? Like, just a little press to have my own sigil? 'Cause it's technically not in the equipment you're given, but I feel like with Zanzikoth he might have one.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay.
You can find something and send it to me or something.
Okay.
We'll
He'll
figure it out.
stamp the box with the sigil, but
It's a moose butt sigil.
It's a hoof with the word moose on it.
It just says moose.
Where's the section for... Wait, never mind.
It's just the
Okay,
hoof of
well.
a moose, forward facing, and then an anvil
so
underneath.
and then I also have
It's kind of cool looking.
might I ask, what is with the paper?
Oh, well, if you come across any dwarves on your path, you might be able to show them that, and they might be able to help you out if you need it. Give you information. If you ever run out of food, maybe they'll spare some of theirs.
Might I ask, what is the limit to this help? Because we've been having a bit of trouble in Targos.
Depends on what you ask and who you ask of it.
Alright. Do you have any members in Targos?
Not currently. Besides my sister Elza, of course. She's inside working. Most of the other dwarves around town are in and out. They usually head up to the Dwarven Valley. It's on the way from here to Kelvin's Cairn.
Gotcha. So do you have an area you mine up in Kelvin's Cairn, or what's the big ordeal with going up there?
Oh no, we've got the Dwarven Valley, and we mine out of there.
So the mine is in Kelvin's Cairn.
No, it's in the Dwarven Valley, on the way to
Dwarven
Kelvin's
Valley.
Cairn.
Gotcha. And what if I ever need to get resources? Would I be allowed there with the sigil? I don't mean to try to push anything.
I mean, I'm sure they'd put you up for the night, of course.
No, I mean if I needed to collect resources to mine. Would they allow that?
They probably wouldn't allow you to mine their mine. That might be a little bit intrusive on their part.
Okay. I was just asking a question. Do you know any good places to mine around here? That is more free-based than owned.
Well, I know they've got a mine up in Tourmaline.
Tourmaline, okay. How do you spell tourmaline?
It's one of the towns I sent to you earlier.
Okay. Question, do I still have snowballs floating around me?
Yep.
Okay.
That's cool.
Even if it's not forged.
Do keep practicing though. I feel like if you keep practicing, you know, your craft will get a lot better. Now, if I'm ever in town, do you mind if I just, you know, stop by if I ever need anything forged?
Absolutely. You're free to stop by whenever you want. I can get you a discount, of course, too.
I appreciate that. You're a good one. What's your name? Hammer.
Invest.
The
Oh,
hammer.
Garn.
Hammer, that's right.
Darn.
Garden the hammer.
Darn.
No, Mr. Hammer to you. Mr. the Hammer.
Mr. Hammer's his
What is
father.
through the hammer? Darn the southern hammer.
Yep. He's offering you a 10% discount on goods that you buy from the shop.
Okay, I will write that down.
What kind of goods does this man have?
He's got, let me look. Cold weather gear, ice picks, snowshoes, supplies like rations. Pretty much common gear.
Okay. Oh, does he buy stuff?
Depends on what you're selling.
So I'm gonna walk up to him. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. I'm looking at getting rid of some stuff. I have this pickaxe I found. It's kind of big for me to hold on to. Would you be interested in it?
I'm gonna look real quick. A pickaxe. It seems to be in okay shape. A little bit of rust, but not too bad. Well, let's see. Kind of flips it over and examines the handle, make sure that it's all tight. Give you a couple silver for it.
Sure.
Alright. He'll hand you like 10 silver.
10 silver?
Yep.
Okay. I guess that was the minor pickaxe I have on my equipment.
Miner's pick.
Yeah. Okay. Which I feel like could have came in handy, but nobody wanted it, so I'm getting rid of
I
it.
have one. I have one, Cry, if we need one.
Did we talk to him about the favor?
He said the dwarves would help us out if we ever need anything.
Okay.
With like rests and resources.
Okay.
Depending on who we talk to, depends on how much help we'll get.
Okay.
But they do not have any guilds or dwarves in Targos.
Do they know anything about invisible dwarves? Didn't we hear something back in East?
Yes, we did.
Invisible dwarves.
Oh.
Oh.
No, I just cracked my finger. My fingernail.
Do you happen to know anything about dwarves that can turn invisible?
Well, unless they're spellcasters, for the most part, if you're seeing dwarves that are going invisible, they're probably going to be Duragar.
Duragar.
Yeah, they've been making their way up into the tundra since there's been no sunlight recently. Much like your friend here, the kobold.
Are they
Ooh.
dangerous?
I'd say
Are they kind of like
fairly untrustworthy.
Untrustworthy.
They seem to be sneaking about. Why else would you turn invisible or small or big all the time?
Yeah, small and big. They are known to do that. What is it you're saying about our kobold friend?
Well, being able to see in sunlight's an issue sometimes for them.
Is that true, Gray? Is that like a thing?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we usually hide. We don't usually come out at night, and we like to stay underground.
Okay.
I would know at least a basic knowledge of Duragar, being a kobold,
Yeah.
right?
Gray skinned dwarves with the ability to turn invisible, shrink, or grow usually carry war picks around. Pretty nasty temperament usually.
I know Duragar. They're not fun things. They're not something you'd want up here. I mean, really, a lot of stuff from the Underdark is not something you'd want up here.
Have you noticed an increase of these dark creatures, these Duragar, since the sun has? went
Yeah,
away?
he just said that.
Oh. I was just confirming.
You're confirmed, yeah.
Can confirm.
Can confirm there have been footprints randomly around certain towns.
Do we want to go find Cast?
Do you think it's a good idea to wander around looking for him when he's probably making his way back?
I want to see if
I
there's
would
Might run into
any
him.
any.
I am gonna start casting detect magic while we're talking.
Okay. Are you guys heading anywhere? You staying where you're at?
Might be best to wait for Cass, honestly, because if we take off, he doesn't know where we went.
Well, we know where you went.
We know
He doesn't know where we go,
though.
though.
We went.
Well, we go to him.
I like that idea.
Okay. So, I'm sorry. Did you say you are going to him or not?
Yes, going
Yeah.
to him.
Okay.
Before we go, I will take the hammer to the side. That sounds weird. But I'll ask, do you happen to know where I might acquire something known as black powder?
Well, your best bet's probably up in Tourmaline.
Tourmaline. Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay,
So, you guys
I'm good to
leave.
go.
You leave the Black Iron Blade, start making your way back.
Hey, how much rations should we have? For some reason, it says I only have 1 day of rations.
I mine was too.
Your kit might only give you, or your equipment might only give you one.
Yeah, but I thought we
Not
had
all
like
of them.
10 days
Not
of
all of
rations.
them give you 10.
It says rations 1 day, 20 pounds, and then next to it says 10.
It's
And
10
then
rations
5.
per long.
Yeah, that should be. That means you have 10 rations.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Cost is 5. Yeah.
So you guys leave the Black Iron Blade, start making your way to the east, to the House of the Morning Lord. At the same time that they're leaving, Cass, Copper has finished making the garment for you, and he kind of looks and goes, "Alright, well, I'll give you the choice. You could be like mine. I've got ears on mine, as you can see, or I can take it with no ears. That's up to you."
Oh, my good little gnome. Definitely the ears.
Absolutely. He does a quick hand stitch and puts the ears on the garment and hands it to you.
Will it improve my hearing?
I think it's just fabric, but maybe you can enchant it one day.
Your voice has changed as well.
Probably
I don't know.
deafened your
It
hearing.
does go from Scottish to like Southern.
I jump
Southern.
around. It's just what I feel in the moment. Everyone's a different person whenever you talk to them. I'll just tell you the name and then you know who it is.
Schizophrenia at its finest.
But it was crazy. I guess the scene cuts, and I'm just sitting here talking to him. Like, and then we found that Ingus was being taken by goblins. That's why we brought him back here. And remember when I was telling you earlier about whatever name I said?
Targos?
Tauriel? Well, that wasn't right at all.
Tadio.
His name was actually Tadia. I know, I get those two mixed up. I'm not sure who the other guy is. That ring a bell?
Are you just like blabbing everything to this
I'm
guy?
just talking
Like,
to this fool.
Yeah, the whole time he's doing it, like, the whole time he's sewing this up, Cass is just telling his entire life story.
Can I talk to these Yetis?
We did. We stopped in the Yet. Well, truth is, I can speak Yeti.
And he says, "Oh, really? Uh-huh. Yeah? Well, that's good. I'm glad you're alive. Here, this is finished for you. If you could, like I said, check in on my friend, I'd greatly appreciate that."
Of course.
Okay.
It probably won't be within the next day or so, but I promise if he's still alive, I'll check on him.
I appreciate it. By the way, might want to get going. It's starting to get late. Still gotta make dinner.
Spend that night. Spend that night.
What are you having?
You weren't invited to dinner. By yourself.
Well, we've got some mountain goat, and we're gonna turn it into some chili.
Mountain goat chili.
It's great
Well,
with
it's
crackers. Crackers and butter.
You say crackers and butter is good.
Wait. Did you say crackers and butter?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
this is now Castiel's soulmate.
Butter and crackers with chili on top of it. Yeah, it's great.
Hell yeah.
Are you talking about saltine crackers?
Absolutely.
You have no idea this shit.
We'll talk about this afterwards.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Your stories. Wow. You've now
So-
been validated in
And
fantasy.
this is when Castiel retires and Jesse brings in a new character.
You're like,
I'd like to move in with Copper Knocker.
like, like now.
I'll live with them in the attic.
Could be
He's just a
attic
little-
best friends, big and little.
All right, so yes, I guess I'll head out and try to meet up with the rest of the party.
All right. So, in a movie-like fashion, the party's walking from one side of the street, and on the other side of the street, you see Castiel walking. But Castiel's wearing this furry, like, brown suit with these big, like, half-circle ears on top. And he just looks like a giant teddy bear walking down the street with this angelic face.
Does Arwen and me
Zanzicar bursts out laughing.
ask with animals? Yeah,
Xenomorph just stares at him like, what?
Xenomorph's
so-
like, I will never go in public with you ever.
Keep in mind that not only am I I'm strutting, and I kind of, I take notice that they're noticing, I kind of just give the bear claws. Just give the nod of, that's right.
Absolutely.
Xenomorph just turns around, like, face palm, like, oh my god.
It's adorable, but at the same time, he still has his sword and shield. So it's also covered in, like, equipment covered in blood. So it's kind of terrifying a little bit.
I'm a war bear.
War bear. Castiel, what happened to you? You look glowing, as if
Well,
you're quite happy.
I met a gnome, and
Oh, did you exchange numbers?
gnome. I didn't.
No, I didn't.
Anyway,
Okay.
I met up with this gnome, and I suppose I didn't get the answers I was looking for, but I need to go somewhere else now. But luckily, we'll be heading there later. It's near the town of Timberlake.
Toss Castiel the bloodstone. There, that's payment for the iron. It's worth about 50 gold.
Great. How'd that go with the dwarves, by the way?
Learned quite a lot, actually.
Good.
They said they'd be able to help us with, like, resources, and if we ever find them, getting a room and stuff, but depending on where we go, depends on how much help we'll get.
And it turns out not a single deception check was made. We could have kept a lot more ingots.
Well, good for you guys.
We still got paid a lot.
We did. They were quite generous.
So did
I actually taught them a few
so I
things.
suppose we help the dwarves. Is that how does that is it going to help us in any way?
Well, now we have this. I'll take out the paper with the dwarven sigil. As long as we'll show this, the dwarves will at least give us some sort of help. If we ever need it, whether it be about this cauldron or not.
Okay, good. Looks like we were both pretty successful. Now what?
I suppose we make our way to East Haven, unless anybody else has anything else to do.
No, I think this was just the pit stop with Dwarves, right? This is the final place we need to be. We need to go circle around some other towns.
Are there any shops?
Ooh.
I mean, there's a couple.
I
What are you
want to
looking
see
for?
if I can. I want to upgrade some weapons or something. I want to see what's available.
I'll go with Craig. 'Cause I like
What do you mean? Like,
upgrade
what are you
stuff.
looking for exactly? So I know, like, where.
I don't know, just weapons. I want to see possibly if there's any. Granted, you probably don't have enough for it, but like, I just want to upgrade and get some like if there's any like +1 arrows or bow or anything like that, or.
Traveling around town, you get the feeling that magic items are hard to come by in towns.
Okay.
They don't exactly have a like magic item shop here.
Mhm. Actually, how many am I on my arrows for? Arrows. No, I'm good on arrows. Never mind, I'm good.
Okay. So,
I
what's
keep thinking I have stuff to sell and I don't.
where are you guys going now? What's the plan?
I suppose we're going back, getting the dogs and the sleds.
Well, what time of day is it?
It's probably about 4 now.
Oh,
Well, we can make it back to East Haven, can't we?
it takes about 7 hours, but I mean, yeah, we
On
could
sled?
make it there by midnight. Not midnight, but
I mean, you
Well,
do
we're-
have a
we're-
home in East Haven, so at least you don't have
True.
to pull into an inn at like 1 o'clock in the morning. You know.
Do have a home in East Haven, and it's been so long since
We're gonna come back to our home. It's gonna be burnt to the ground.
No.
No, don't say that.
No, I want to go home.
Hold on, let me get my notebook real quick.
Oh. That house is gonna be badass by the time we're done.
So it's gonna
Once
happen
we
when
fix
we
it up.
get this cauldron. They're gonna retaliate and burn our.
I've
They're not even
looked-
gonna retaliate in the city. They're just gonna burn our house down.
Zach, quit typing.
I don't have anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I
that's always typing.
have no idea what you're talking about.
But I'm gonna start heading back to get the dogs and the sleds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back on my horse.
Yep. We're all heading back.
Can we look around for our Kiwanga friend?
I'll light the lantern.
Yeah. Can we see? Can I see if he's still on my sled?
Make a perception check.
What do you say? Perception check.
They definitely misspelled that. Whatever. It's ouncy.
Ugh.
You're looking around and you're not seeing them anywhere. Until you get about halfway pulled out of the town, you kind of see a small white and red mask pop up out of the packages that you're currently carrying on the sled.
With packages?
Your equipment and stuff.
Oh.
I just waved to him.
I need a.
You see a small gray hand pop out of the sack and kind of wave back at you.
Aha, he's still friendly.
I'll toss a small widow berry from the ration to the chewinga and start walking.
The arm catches it, but the mask and everything else is still like in the sack, and then just kind of pulls it through and phases it into the bag.
Alright.
What an interesting little creature this is. We don't have these under the sea, you know.
We don't really have these things topside either. I don't
They're
know what
around.
the
They
thing
just
is.
don't want to be seen. They like to
More
watch
the
from a
natural
distance.
element. I'm gonna start studying over it to see, just trying to understand it better.
Okay.
Like make little observations and stuff, and cataloging it.
Yeah. Um,
So we have a 7-hour journey.
well, actually, let me look real quick.
It'd be like
Well, it's
cut in
like
half
3.5,
as the
right?
dogs.
Yeah, it's less. I'm just gonna
Oh, even better.
Shander to East Haven, 7.5. So halved of 7.5. So about 3.
3 hours, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like I said, it's like 4. So you'll be there at like 8 o'clock at night.
All right. I was just gonna say, Kailani's just gonna, if I'm up front with Zanskov, I just want to kind of keep an eye out.
Sure.
Stuff,
Make me a perception check.
looking around the tundra area.
Distance are out, yeah. Keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
Girl, your rolls.
Yeah,
I think I've rolled a 6. I'm scrolling up. What?
You rolled a 3, a 4, and a 6.
Yeah. See why I want to go back in person, because the dice is.
You're gonna roll a 3, a 4, and a 6 in person.
Right.
Computer is not good to Kailani. It's different.
But
It is-
Crystal,
I need to roll the dice in my hands and like.
Crystal, I gave everyone permission to roll the dice
Yeah,
at the
but
beginning.
I know. But I don't think the only one
Nas,
like, rolling dice.
for the
And
shits
being like, it's a 20. For real, guys, believe me.
Well, then I would go, hey, look, hey, Jesse, check your dice real quick.
It was a 6.
How about I have dice in front of me? Shut up.
I can totally see Jesse do that. Crystal freaks out. Not 20. Jesse goes, nah, man, that's just a 6.
Oh, he would call me out, hands down. I would do the same to him.
So you don't see anything.
I'm gonna pull out the bag of
That looks
tricks
good to me.
3 times.
Okay. 572, not an elk.
No,
Freaking-
that's bag of tricks. I wish I could look this up.
1, 2, 3,
572
4,
is pretty
5. A panther,
Nice.
Oh yeah.
a dire wolf,
Ooh.
and a giant rat.
I say to the panther, go right about 50 feet. The dire wolf, go left about 50 feet. And what was the last one?
Giant rat.
Giant rat. I don't think he can keep up, so it's gonna jump onto Castiel's sled.
No, it's not. No, it isn't.
You're gonna roll initiative against the
I
giant rat?
immediately push it off.
Why are you so mean to animals?
Listen, I've got a little skittish little animal in here right now.
Creature.
Who's already scared of Gwyn. A giant rat's not going to help the situation.
It's a rat. They're
That
adorable.
makes a decent meal.
The chimichanga is going to get scared.
We
At least
eat
call
the
it by
rat.
its name. It's
The
Kawinga.
rat poofs.
Oh yeah, the rat does poop. The rat's a pooper.
What do you
People can't remember anything anymore.
think? Why the rat poop?
Well, the rat would poop already.
Oh. But no, I did push it off the sled.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to figure that one out.
So the
They get-
sleds were still moving. No one stopped while they were doing this. You just pulled stuff out.
Oh yeah.
So the wolf and the panther are able to kind of keep strides on the right and left of you, and then the rat gets kicked off the sled as it's going and just kind of falls behind.
I'm sorry.
Just keep a lookout back there.
Stay behind.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Sorry, wish you were an elk.
With advantage with 3 animals.
No.
Shit. Guidance.
You can't. Oh, yeah, you can.
What are you looking for, Zanskov? Let me help.
I'm keeping an eye out for shit or more around us. Wow.
Wow.
6 in a row.
Theme of the day.
So
6.
we summon a devil.
Hell.
We summon a CR6 devil.
Well, you didn't see Cass kick the rat off of the sled.
I didn't see Zanzicoth pull the animals.
But with Kray's passive, Kray behind you, you see a large falcon just dive bomb the snow behind you, and you see a poof, and then the falcon take off again.
Zanzicoth. Ooh, one of your animals just poofed. A big hawk just came down and got it.
Okay.
Oh, I was worried it was the chimichanga, so I'm glad it's not the chimichanga. Castiel, do you still have the chimichanga?
I really don't know.
Keep
Wait,
track
let
of
me
your
try.
chimichangas.
Hold on. I pull a ration out.
You see the little bit of the head peek out of the bag.
Kray,
It's still
okay.
here, yes.
Like a whole ration?
It's
No,
a
I
Like,
circle of
or a
life.
tiny piece of a
Yeah.
ration. Okay.
Yep, still here.
Okay, good. Keep an eye on that creature. Xanaphor has some learning of it to do.
Yes, can't wait for it to get back to the lab.
I don't know
I'm
what's
not going to
scary-
experiment on it
I don't
yet.
know what's scarier, the Chewinga, the owlbear, or fucking Xanavor.
You guys come to a four-way intersection. You know that going straight will lead you to East Haven, but do you go straight or do you turn left or right?
There a sign where it's like little arrows on a wooden thing and it points and tells you what's left and right?
I want to say make a perception, but I'm afraid you're going to roll a 6.
Oh, I'm gonna make it up.
Well, we can
I'll
all
do it.
sign, right? I mean, it opened up our
All
More
eyes.
than that
sixes.
one.
I saw the sign. What'd I get?
13.
Oh, look at you.
Wait, did I do it?
Oh wait. Oh, that was Arwen. Yay, Arwen.
Yep, Iron rolled a 21.
Oh,
I'm
whoops.
still gonna do it.
Why is everyone rolling perception?
15.
Because we want to see what's happening.
So, looking around at the crossroads, you do see a snow-covered wooden sign that seems to have been knocked over. You're not sure how long ago.
Arwen, what does this say? Apparently I can't read right now.
I'm gonna walk up to it and brush off the snow and see what this says.
Okay. You see 4 arrows, one pointing in each direction. One to the north, you guess, says Caer Dinaval. To the east, you see East Haven. To the south, you see Goodmead. And to the west, you see Bryn Shander.
What was the south one?
Can I, like,
Good meat.
Good meat.
North one?
Dinaval?
Caer Dinaval. I'm revealing it on the map because you have a general information area. Ow.
Whoa.
Oh, it wasn't our dog's birthday.
Oh god, Direwolf, what you doing?
Calm down, Wolfie.
no, it's Cleo. Oh, now here comes Gypsy.
Arwen, might I suggest you not tell Zanzicoth about the good mead in town? That drunkard would
Sure.
go south before we even had to
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Call it bad mead. No mead. No mead road.
What do you guys do?
East Haven?
Continuing to East Haven?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's nice to know a little more of our surroundings.
Oh yeah, no, that really helps.
Yep.
I know why their circles are different.
It's the type of town.
Oh.
Let's see. Just casting you guys right into East Haven late at night. Where do you head to first?
I'd be alright with heading to the house.
Yeah,
Let's
it's,
go home.
if it's
Close
late.
school.
Yeah, I think we all just naturally walked to the house without even talking about it.
Yeah, I want to check on the house.
We're just like, yeah, this sounds okay.
We need to check for squatters. We've been gone for a while.
I think like a few days, right?
Long enough.
We've been gone like 3 days.
Mm-hmm. About 3 days, yeah.
Yeah, people get mail in 3 days. I mean, hell, it take them 30 days to get them out of here.
It's like living
What was the
in
name?
Alaska.
Swords and tridents.
What was the name of the place the cauldron was at?
Targos.
No, yes, the name of the bar or whatever.
Oh,
Triglio.
Trilago.
Triglio.
Triglio.
Truglio.
True.
You pull up to the house, and it all seems calm. Xanavor, you do see that the shed door is cracked open just a little bit.
The shed door is.
Okay.
I
Oh,
nudge.
Xanavor. Oh.
Were you talking to Zanskoth or me?
Both of you.
Okay.
Okay. Look
cheap.
at.
Well, that's lovely. Someone's
way
in
to
my
go.
shop.
Don't fight somebody up in our house.
We better go and investigate.
I got this. I whistle for the panther and the direwolf to follow me.
And both low growl at your side.
I start walking towards my shop.
We kind of keep a safe distance in case something pops out.
Okay. You go up to the door.
I open the door.
It slowly creaks open. You look inside. The floor seems flat, clean. It's actually there instead of hay.
Okay. As it was paid to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You'll also see that there is an actual countertop along one of the walls.
Okay.
Somebody is squatting and renovating our house.
I'm walking.
Behind one of the walls of what would be a stable for a horse, you see an anvil.
Nice. All right.
And then the back door you open up, and it leads to a small sunroom. I'd say greenhouse.
Okay.
But there are no plants currently there. It just is a glass room.
Nice. Okay. Does the door seem broken or just like it was left open?
Probably that it was just left open. You had paid
Okay.
people to do some work, and
Yeah, they-
probably finished their work and then left it.
Okay. Just in case, I am lighting the elemental lantern.
Okay. It lights up green.
Okay.
Well, I mean. we
What
still-
was the distance of the lantern?
300 feet.
Oh, 300 feet. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to. I guess I'm just gonna sleep. I'm gonna lay down one of my blankets and kind of sleep on it. Is there still a little bit of hay, like where the horse is?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's still one stall that's currently filled with hay.
All right.
You're on a stall with a horse.
No, I was
I
making
pop
sure
off
there
the
was.
stall.
I was making sure there still was a stall for the horse.
Well,
No,
I'm gonna pop off Sansakoth as I see him laying down. I think you forgot I was. So
I assumed you jumped off, but
Okay, all right, yeah. I'm gonna make my way to my room,
Okay.
check it out.
It still seems like you might need to get some furniture.
ooh, that's some good liquor.
Furniture does the Bloodstone buy?
50 gold could probably buy some good furniture.
Well, I have a 2-person tent. I'm just gonna prop that up in my room
There
right
you go.
now, in my bedroll.
There you go. Inside camping.
Inside camping for sure. And then I still have my amulet that we got on top of the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to study that a little bit more if I can while I go to sleep.
Sure. Make a religion check.
Oh, it's the rolls that I'm
6.
scared of. Shut up. I got +1 for
14. Okay.
my. When am I cleric? Oh, look, 14.
Okay. I'll get back to you in just a moment then. What's everyone else doing?
Xanavor's gonna head towards his little shop, or his not shop, laboratory, and begin tried to experiment new things, see if they work.
Prey will follow and assist.
Okay. Castiel?
Cass is going to try to reach out to Tadiel. So he's just
Okay.
going to kind of, he's going to kind of break off from his bedroom and kind of like give him some more private area, maybe like on that balcony
Mm-hmm.
at the top. Probably more or less. I'll just move my token like up here.
Gotcha. Go ahead and make me a persuasion check. Just straight,
Persuasion?
just a straight persuasion, yeah. Okay. What are you saying?
I'm just gonna kind of reach out and say, Talia, I know you sent me to speak to this gnome fellow. I just don't know to what end. I was hoping for some guidance, at least some kind of answer for this. If you can hear me, just, I don't know, throw me a bone, something. Drop a line, I don't know.
You hear a crack behind you. Sounds like wood.
I kind of turn quickly. Sword ready.
Okay. You turn around and look towards where the crack is, and you see a piece of wood that is currently kind of smoking lightly.
Okay.
What do
I
you do?
pick it up.
Burned into the plank of wood, you see the word Summer Star.
Okay, not very subtle, are you, Talia? Okay. Thank you. And I will continue to Macretus.
Arwen, what are you and Gwen doing?
Me and Gwen are just kind of just laying down and writing in our journal.
Okay.
Nothing new.
Alright, just relaxing under our roof.
Pretty much.
Alright. With everyone off doing their own thing, go back to Kailani. Kailani, laying in your tent, you're just kind of like rubbing your finger over the symbol of Umberlee. Just kind of flipping it over, looking. And as you rub across it one last time with your thumb, you see a little bit of a spark come off it as you pull your thumb away.
So do I deduce that this amulet still has some form of magic in it, I guess? My use of this amulet is not done.
You would get the feeling that this amulet's probably a connected focus to Umberlee.
Can I tell during my investigation of this if it's a window in a sorts? Is it a way for Umberlee to spy on me?
Make an Arcana check.
I'm gonna give myself guidance.
Well, Arcana or Religion, your choice.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
better. I'm still gonna give myself guidance.
go for it. 15.
That's I'm the worst cleric ever, you guys.
15's not bad. You get the feeling that it's probably not a window, as you say. It seems more like a channel. You're able to use it to cast your spells.
Okay. Okay.
You also know Umberly doesn't need an item to know what's going on around you. She can check in on you whenever she feels like.
True.
Thus is the abilities of a god.
All right. So yeah, Kalani, I think would use this amulet to. So she wants to use Umberly's power to, in a way, defeat her eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to. Any downtime I get, try to study this to figure out how I can focus even more energy into it. Because every little bit of power that Kailani uses that comes from Umberly is a drain on Umberly's reservoir, is how she's thinking of it.
Okay.
And so, same with her trident. Anything that she can use of hers, she wants to take as much as she can get, essentially.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. After messing with the amulet, do you just roll over and go to bed?
I do.
Okay.
After I yell goodnight to Armin and bed.
All right.
You just hear good night.
So, kind of like a scene on TV, you watch as Kailani rolls over and puts this amulet next to her sleeping bag, and the camera focuses on it and then slowly backs outside of the house and over the town of East Haven. Suddenly there's a loud shattering crash and a bolt of lightning across the sky. And that's where we're gonna end it.
Pissed her off.
You don't know. Sometimes lightning happens.
Sometimes like that.
Sometimes weather happens.
You know.
Not in D&D universe.
Yeah. Not easy.
Oh my god, a thunderstorm. It must be the gods.
Can
Love
you
it.
imagine if we all still thought that way?
I just want to think of the fact that what if this was like actually more real and we just think this is it, but it's actually like more like real life and these guys like half this stuff isn't real. Like we think lightning is from the gods and stuff,
Yeah.
or we think the planet's flat.
I mean, but that's what our history is. Like you think of the Vikings and the god of thunder, Thor came from an actual religion. Like that's a thing people believe. There's a god of Egyptian god of sun.
Excuse me, he came from the superhero Thor, who came down thousands of years ago, and they worshipped him.
Definitely.
Yeah, I thought it was just when my potions backfiring.
Ancient Vikings saw into the future, saw the Marvel Thor, based their religion off of Marvel's Thor. Got it.
After
Yes.
seeing the way.
That's what the movie said.
Well,
But-
the movie, but it has to be true.
But everyone, we're going to end there. Thank you very much for stopping by. We will be back on... What's our next game? Sunday? Yeah, Sunday is going to be our next game, which is going to be a little bit of wrapping up. So, if you would like to stop in and see us do some tying up of loose ends, please feel free to stop by. Don't forget, you can also follow, subscribe. There's Prime subscriptions. We appreciate any and all help. Word of mouth even is great. We will see you all around. Night.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.